Streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. And, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free ESPN Wisconsin app, which I have recommended for those Spotify listeners until we get Spotify back up and running, which I have not checked on. Maybe it's back already. I haven't looked today. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And back from Tuscaloosa, where he did not have the new Superman movie to watch on the flight. Top Gun Maverick? No? What'd you watch? Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Accountant 2. I watched Accountant 2.
Oh.
Do you have to have seen The Accountant 1 to understand it, or can you watch it
not
independently?
really.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No, you definitely don't. It was okay. I shouldn't have went away. I'm not saying we would have beaten Alabama if I stuck to my guns and watched Top Gun. But in fairness, we lost to Iowa, or we lost to Nebraska, and I watched Top Gun on the way out there last year. So I'm not going to take any blame on that. Account 2 is all right. And then we watched Georgia, Tennessee. Great game.
That was a good game.
Great
Home,
game.
so.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
So I'll say this. I want to give my boy Johnny Richter, the football ops guy for the Badgers, a ton of credit. He does a fantastic job, but we obviously get trounced pretty good down in Tuscaloosa. But, man, our efficiency getting back was really good. So I just want to make sure to give him a shout-out as far as how that went.
When did you get back?
We got back a lot earlier than I thought. We got back an hour and a half earlier than the arrival time on the little itinerary.
So give us, if you don't mind, you don't have to give us all the
Well, I
details.
was going to ask you about your
travel.
apple orcharding.
Yeah, we got time. It's not that great of a story.
I don't know if we do. If you bring something up, it's a good story. You don't just bring things up.
In fairness,
Wisconsin, you never bring anything up.
Wisconsin, Alabama wasn't that great of a story either. So.
That's what I'm saying. I think all of that. I mean, we can discuss and jump into that as much as you want. But how did you end up finding your keys? Is what it sounds like.
Spoiler alert. I just wanted to know how long it takes to get home from a football game. It started
It's
at
an
11.
hour and 40-minute flight on the way back. So
Okay, it takes a while to load the bags and stuff. So I was just curious, that's all.
I'm telling you right now, and this goes for all of these NFL teams, the most underappreciated cats are your trainers and your equipment people.
I can see
The
that.
amount of work that they have to do, and it is like, let's go, especially after a tough loss. Nobody wants to hang around. Get it moving, get it loaded, let's go, let's pack, let's unpack, and they did it. And they did a good, so we maybe couldn't battle with Alabama on the field. I bet our equipment guys and everything else feel pretty good about that.
So
Felt
thank
really
you
good
for
about
your
that.
service, equipment crew.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No question.
Thank you for your service, Matty Wilde, who miraculously managed to find our keys in an apple orchard that was 1.25 miles on each side. So I didn't do the math on that in terms of the square mileage, but Paula lost the keys while she was riding in the tractor on her way out to the field, and we had no idea where they were, and so we retraced our steps. But there's no, the car was locked. We don't have an Apple tag on it or anything. So I have to think if we went to Potawatomi or to Hard Rock Casino Rockford, the odds would not have been in our favor. I would think that the odds would be fairly long of locating those.
You get annoyed with her when she loses her keys like that?
I don't. She didn't do it on purpose. She didn't do it on purpose. It's not her fault.
You didn't get
No.
So you're fine.
I was concerned. I was not angry. I wasn't. I was concerned that we were going to. The first thought I had is, when we don't find these keys, what is our plan? You're not getting a lot of Uber traffic out in Luxembourg, Casco. So I wasn't exactly sure. Do we have our neighbor come into our house, get the extra set of keys to her truck, and come bring them to us? I was already planning contingency plans, which is never where you want to be. So that was my feeling, not anger, more like, oh crap, what are we gonna do? But Matty Wilde
Would that have
found
been
him.
the same? Would that have been the same case had the roles been reversed and
No.
you lost the keys? Would Paul?
No,
She would be mad at you.
I believe so. Yes. Well, we all have to understand the dynamics of our marriage to make it work. And yes, she would have been really irritated with me. There's no doubt about it.
That's why I think the janitors have had it right for a long time. I think you go loop and you put like the little snap thing, and you should always have your keys like available. And I know we're becoming a keyless society, like we're becoming a cashless society, and but I still believe that keys, wallet, phone should always be a checkpoint.
But you're not
Always.
you're not a key ring on the belt buckle guy. Have you lost your keys many times?
Knock on wood, no. I'm pretty diligent about that.
You do the pat down to make sure you got all three.
Things. Yeah. AirPods, lose AirPods a lot, which is super irritating. Not good with that. So I haven't figured out if I could latch those onto my keys. I don't use them enough to do that. So that's a spot. That's a weakness. That's a hole in my not losing stuff game.
But I've not to put your business out on the streets, but I've noticed when you host using the
Jesse mandated that. Mandated that. He said it sounds a lot better with wire.
Got to go corded.
I
I don't trust AirPods.
Yes.
I don't. I just don't trust them. So I'm corded as well, tethered.
Yeah, it
if you
doesn't
will.
sound as good, is what I was told. So that's why I don't do it. That's why I go with the wired. And that's the
So
only time
Jesse,
I
you
do
don't tell Brian Bulaga to follow that same rule though. He's always in the AirPod world.
Well,
Because you're more afraid of him than you are of Tausch?
yeah. Yeah, I see Tausch on a regular basis. Bulaga, I see him like maybe once a year. And yeah, like, I don't want our one interaction. Hey, let me get you these corded headphones.
You talk to him
maybe
every
use.
week when you get him connected.
I barely talk to him. I just text him the night before. Like, hey, you good for the usual time tomorrow? And he usually likes the text, and that's the extent of our interaction.
Maybe if you weren't constantly making fun of Iowa.
I didn't even text him after Iowa lost to Iowa State, and I was off the show when he joined last week, so I haven't even given him any grief on that one yet.
Well, Kirk Ferentz becoming the winningest head coach in Big Ten history over the weekend. So congrats to Kirk Ferentz on that accomplishment. Still not a very good offensive football team.
All right, so let me ask you this. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. I know we're going to talk Packers, et cetera, et cetera. What did y'all feel? I don't know how much you watched or listened to the game. Mr. Rational, I have not. I really want to check out Badger College Game Day post game. I want to hear what Jesse, because I know he's not worried. He is not panicked. He said it doesn't matter what happens in these games. We need to give grace. Is that? I don't want to misquote you, Jesse, from your appearance with now that you're hosting the Barry Alvarez show. You said these first three games don't matter. You don't. It's grace all over the place. Right?
I don't think I ever used the phrase "give grace" in any of my analysis.
All over the place because it's in your face.
However, I did say, and I stand by, every drive, every quarter, every play this season cannot be an indictment of Luke Fickell as the head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers. That has been my stance.
Okay. So you're fine. Like what you saw Saturday, you did not trouble you at all.
You're the little dog in the flame-filled kitchen.
I wonder if I still have the picture on the computer. Here's what I said, because I hosted both the pregame and the postgame show.
I noticed that.
Yeah, double duty for Saturday for me. Grinding.
And you're still working today? Didn't you get your allotted hours? Once you hit your allotted hours, you usually shut it down for the week.
Big week.
Oh, okay.
We cannot take the calls and the texts and the YouTube comments and all of the social media saying, this isn't working for Luke Fickell. Time to move on. This is a joke. This program's a joke. Any coach in Wisconsin history would have struggled going on the road playing at Alabama. There's no doubt about that.
I will agree with that.
That is always going to be
I'll
a
agree
tough
with
game.
that.
And whether it was Bielema or Christ or Barry Alvarez himself, that is a tough game to try and go win, especially early in the season, especially with a backup quarterback, no matter how many starts he's had at San Diego State. So,
Yeah.
not firing Fickell because they lost 38-14 to Alabama, which, by the way, if you would have said the Badgers would be 2-1 after the first 3 games, everybody in the world thought they would be 2-1 after the first 3 games. So it's not like anything surprising happened here.
Right now, you're speaking a lot of truths. Okay.
A major concern that is valid from Saturday's performance, and it was, unfortunately, it was exposed on one of the biggest stages so far against a really good opponent, is the depth of the offensive line. When you got Jesse Palmer and Joe Tessitore talking about how they're rotating in 3 different centers on the TV broadcast on ABC and the ESPN app. I'm sure you guys were talking about it on the radio as well when you were up there in Tuscaloosa. Like, the offensive line got beat around again on Saturday. And all of the rotating parts and the depth, if you want to critique why Wisconsin has issues with depth on the offensive line, I feel like there's a few people we know who could talk really well about that. That is a major concern to me, and I think for a lot of fans, and I think that's the most valid, troubling thing that we saw come from Saturday's game.
Okay. Jason?
I don't disagree that regardless of whether it was Barry Alvarez, Brett Bielema, Paul Christ, Jim Leonard, that any Badgers coach would have had a hard time winning in Tuscaloosa, especially because most of them would have faced Nick Saban coach teams. I'm not sure Alabama is as good as the name implies this year. And so I would have liked to have seen it be more competitive. And even if they had lost, I would feel better if I felt like they were a little more of a threat to the tide rolling than they were. I think that would be. I think Jesse made some great rational points, which I'm proud of him because I do think that he is swimming against the current of how Badgers fans seem to feel. They're already the biggest thing I saw from the Badgers game was people asking, do we have enough money for the buyout for Luke Fickell? Which I don't know about you, but my position is, why don't you be a little more patient and put those funds for the buyout toward your NIL package, and maybe you could get some more players.
Get a
instead.
right guard or left tackle. Yeah,
that was my take on it. So, did you talk at all to the radio analyst on the flight home since you were sitting together? Did he have any thoughts?
Here's what I'm going to say. I was obviously offensively we struggled.
Stink.
I think is the nicest way to put that. The frustrating part is, I think some of Jesse's points are very valid in the fact that you moved 80% of your offensive line after week 1 to week 2. And not to say, the injuries and some of the other things, Haywood was a guy that we had counted on to play left tackle. He got hurt. That happens in football. You shift guys around. What the frustrating part for me throughout the first 3 weeks is that we've not given – I think we have some really good running backs in this room. Mm-hmm. We have not given them a chance yet. And
to have a chance.
So offensively, I do like the change. I like the change. I think Grimes, what he is trying to do, and he's working with a lot of, with a backup quarterback, and we're doing a lot of things perimeterly that worked in the second half against Middle Tennessee State. But I kept saying on the broadcast, that will work against teams that don't – you can trick people, and if they don't have the speed. Alabama's got the speed to come and take away all that space. And we did not have a lot of different options of getting. I think we only had one receiver catch a pass, and that was late in the game. It was dinky dunky, a lot what Green Bay is doing to other teams. So offensively, I think we have a ways to go. There's no doubt. What I was encouraged about and why I am not in the negative Nancy camp yet is because last year we were pounded into submission. I don't think I've ever felt more demoralized than after the Iowa game last year. Long trip home, Iowa bully balled us into submission on both sides of the ball. Alabama's offensive line could not get their run game going at all. Now, we made old Simpson look like, I think I said on the broadcast, Richard Todd was the honorary captain. And Joe Namath wasn't there. And Bart Starr, R.I.P. But we made this cat look like, one of the great quarterbacks of all time, throwing that pill around. Their skill guys dominated. We're not going to see that. In very few exceptions, maybe Ohio State. We won't see that in the Big Ten. I'll say this. We are definitely built much better on the defensive side of the ball to do Big Ten things. Are we up to par with the Alabamas? I mean, even the most homerish analyst could say no because we just watched it. Mm-hmm. We're not. Luke Fickell said it after the game. But I will say it's a big game coming up Saturday morning, no doubt. Our defense and where we're built is much better suited against the Illinois, the Iowas, the Minnesotas, the Nebraskas. How we do against the Ohio States and the Michigans, we shall find out soon. But we need to have a good showing on Saturday. There's no doubt because it did. I've heard all the things that Jesse has heard. There is a lot of doubt about where we are. And I think after Saturday, I can understand why there is a lot of doubt.
So for those of you that don't know the schedule as well as Tausch does as the radio analyst for Badgers
Well, in
football,
fairness, I only know this week. I know this week coming up.
Take it 1 week at a time. The Badgers at home at 11 o'clock with a kickoff against the Maryland Terrapins. The games that follow. This is a big one for a myriad of reasons, but the schedule becomes even more challenging thereafter.
Well, they got a bye.
The Badgers,
the bye is nice.
Yeah, the bye will be nice. That'll be a nice week.
They will go undefeated that weekend. After that, though, at number 23 currently, Michigan on October 4th. Home against the Iowa Hawkeyes for homecoming on October 11th. Then they're home against the top-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. And then they're on the road at number 4, Oregon. That doesn't even get into the
a lot of opportunities to shock the world there.
Yeah. And then they still have road games at Indiana and at Minnesota, and they play home games against Washington. And
hey, Jesse,
Illinois is 9th.
Because Oregon's really good. Jesse, you've taken a lot of calls, and you've obviously doing the pregame and stuff, and I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a little insulated when it comes to the Wisconsin Badgers. So help me understand, as we sit here after Saturday, what will success look like this season for most of our fans?
Bowl game, competitive against the best teams, and getting one of those wins against a team that has a little number next to it, I think. So, yeah, I mean, going on the road and beating Indiana, beating Illinois at home, going to the big house and getting a win before their quarterback settles in.
Good.
Illinois does look good.
Looks good.
But they haven't really played anybody yet, so we'll see. We'll see. Illinois got a tough test this week at Indiana. That'll be a fun game. Primetime NBC.
How many times has that been said?
I know,
Illinois,
right?
Indiana. That'll be a fun game.
It's a top 25 matchup with playoff implications. Who knew? Yeah, getting a win against one of those teams.
We're on Peacock this week.
No, and we're on big NBC. It's NBC and Peacock. Yeah, we're on both.
All right.
So yeah, bowl eligibility is big. Restoring that benchmark for the program. People need to see 6 wins, and to get to 6 wins, you're going to have to beat one of those good teams. And also just what people, and I'm seeing the YouTube comments even right now, fundamental competitiveness. Last year against Oregon and Penn State, like at home, Wisconsin was competitive in those games, and just a couple of mistakes by a backup quarterback, and we might be singing a different tune about how those went.
That's true, actually.
So
good points.
They weren't fundamentally competitive against Alabama, is what the critique is from Saturday. First quarter wasn't bad.
I'll tell you what, I would not mind Ryan Williams coming to Green Bay.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. And that's the other thing. This is what I was reminding people on the postgame show. SEC teams go to Alabama and barely win. To expect Wisconsin in a year with a backup quarterback and a new offensive coordinator and where the team's coming from last year to go there and be in the game in the fourth quarter would have been awesome, but it's not a fair expectation, I don't think, for the team at this point. You want that, but it's fair to say that wasn't, expected. What was more expected was the result, and the odds makers and everything pointed to that going into it. So
except for Coach Alvarez.
Except for Barry, yes. So we'll talk about it tonight on the Barry Alvarez Show. I'm excited to hear what Coach has to say about it. Tarek and Derek.
Become,
appointment listening.
Do you think I will definitely be? Well, I'll probably get the clips. I won't be able to catch it, but I will get the clips, and I am I'll eagerly anticipate what Barry Alvarez has to say about what happened down in Tuscaloosa.
Okay, I thought there was going to be more from Jesse on that, but apparently not.
Did that not feel like the end to you?
Well, I kind of thought you were going to say it's on at 6 to 8 or whatever it was. I kind of am with Jason on
The Barry Alvarez Show tonight at 6 o'clock on the ESPN Madison and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, live at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton, with Matt LePay scheduled to appear on site.
Matt LePay?
Yeah,
wow.
Paul is going to stop by. Yeah.
Hey, Jesse, I want you to pull some of the most abstract trivia. We had a great dinner. A couple of buddies, our buddy Hatch, who helped us during the COVID era.
Yeah,
him and one of his buddies came. We had a great dinner. And old boy was quizzing LePay, and LePay is like Ken Jennings when it comes to Wisconsin basketball and football. He knows everything. And, I mean, it is like bing, bing, bing. So that might be a fun little segment for you, Jesse. And you know what else is fun? If you're looking for windows and doors and you want to have the best, well, you pick Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things to them, honoring that trust and commitment. A lot of customers might have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home, but when you see the experience and professionalism, you trust bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Order by the end of the month. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
So here is my only question, and we can either address this on the other side or we can just move on to the Packers. Does it compound the feelings of frustration and exasperation when Illinois and Indiana are ranked in the top 25? Because I think it's hard not to look at them and go, why are they good and our guys are not as good? I think
so. I have a question for you as we go to break.
Yeah.
Do we want to open it up? It's Monday. Packers won. Packers look great. We'll talk Packers from 10 on. Do we want to see where people's heads are at on where we're at as a program? I'm open to it. If you guys think our fans are open to it. Jason, you always get itchy if we don't talk about the fact that Detroit's offense went for 52 and they couldn't move the ball a lick against Green Bay's defense.
That was where I was going to start today if we didn't start on the Badgers. Look, let's let the people decide.
Yep.
Okay? So if
Schmorgy
we get
Monday?
Schmorgy.
Could be.
Got to talk about the Brewers and that letter from Bob Uecker for when they made the playoffs. Oy. Yeah. Also, we could talk about the fact that Robin Yount didn't respond to my text, which was disappointing because it was scary enough for me to even send him that text, so it would have been nice to get a reply. But happy birthday, Robin, for tomorrow. Look.
Is tomorrow Robin Yount's birthday?
It is, yeah.
The big 7-0.
The big 7-0.
7-0? Oh, man. It's a good one.
Yes.
The kid.
Real good.
I decided the kid is 70, yes. I decided after going to the grocery store and picking up some Robinade, his signature lemonade that benefits
That's
the MAC
still
Fund.
selling? They still sell that?
I saw it. I was like, hey, I'm going to get one of those. I'm thirsty. And then I thought, hey, we should get him on the show again.
That'd be
but
great.
Probably not on his birthday because he's got a lot going on, I'm sure, for the big 7-0. But we'll keep working on that. I'll let Tausch follow up with him and let him know how crestfallen 10-year-old Jason is that 50-plus-year-old Jason could not get a text back. Let's open it up. And then, look, if our people are not looking to talk Badgers today, we'll find out very quickly because the phone lines will not be jam-packed as they normally are on a Monday. 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. My only question is, does the fact that Illinois and Indiana somehow, someway are both good, does that make this harder to swallow for Badgers fans? That is my functioning theory on why fans are as frustrated, or a portion of the fan base is as frustrated as it is, as opposed to Mr. Rational, who's been handling all this with aplomb. 844-77...
Really impressive. Impressive.
He's
Rational.
consistent. Yeah, very much so. 844-770-3776. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
This year, it just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Narrow Spine Center of Wisconsin and featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
For every athlete, every fan. Whether you're suiting up your team or rallying your fan base, Alpha Custom Apparel brings fresh, affordable designs to the field, court, or stands. We outfit schools, clubs, leagues, and fans with gear that turns heads and builds pride. Need uniforms, spirit wear, or fan merch in a hurry? Our quick turnaround and unbeatable Midwest-based service means you'll be ready for game day in style. Quality designs, comfortable fits, local service you can trust. Create with us at alphacustomapparel.com.
Milwaukee. It's your boy Bert Kreischer, the Machine.
Woo! I'm back, baby.
And I'm bringing the Permission to Party World Tour to the Fiserv Forum September 19th.
Don't let them forget who you are and what you do.
Get your tickets at BertBertBert.com. I'll see you there.
Pull up to Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee and shoot your shot at big wins for Sweet Ticket September. Play with your rewards card for entries. Score triple on drawing Thursdays. Win slam dunk prizes like cash, reward plate, and tickets to see the Milwaukee Bucks in action. Sweet Ticket September. You ready for this? Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out The Best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with Accutrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use Accutrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. Accutrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf & Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Is it 9:33 already?
Yeah, I know that apple orchard thing.
Yeah, that was what it was. It was. It was the apple orchard.
Hey, how
story.
many apples do you end up buying?
More than we should have gotten. I got
isn't that always the case?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get a caramel
How about
apple?
them apples? Applesauce. You got to make applesauce.
Do you like apples? Not as much as the number of apples I purchased. By the way, Honeycrisp is undefeated, right? Like I try, they encourage you to try their other apples. They've got rows of different apples, and I tried Gala and Paula Red and Ambrosia, Macintosh.
Paula Red.
Yeah, Paula
Is there
Red.
such a thing as Paula?
Yeah,
Red?
we
Really?
joked about it. It was Paula's roll.
I bet you got a bunch of laughs when you joked about that.
I think the
There's
girls
Paula
were the
Red
ones.
right there.
Nicely played. Well done, Mr. Rational. All right, let's before we get further.
There's a lot going on in that picture.
Before we get further behind because of our apple orchard story.
Did you say fur? Either behind?
I'm going to give you credit for that, even though you're annoying me right now. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Let's get to your calls. Let's start with someone from Monroe, but not Jeff in Monroe. We're big in Monroe. I want to make sure it doesn't say Monona and I misread it. It is John in Monroe. John, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good morning, guys. Couple of things. One, we were at the game, and actually the game was worse in person than it was on TV, I'm sure. Couple of things. One is when Jesse was making the comment about we were using our second-string quarterback. They're all second- and third-string quarterbacks that Wisconsin's getting because they take everybody out of the portal. If they were any good, they wouldn't be transferring. Now, the kid from Santa Ana from Modern Day, I can't remember his name. The guy can throw the ball. I mean, he could, but I'm afraid he's going to pull his commit. I mean, he's watching what's going on here. At Modern Day, he's throwing the number 1 and number 2 recruits to Ohio State. The one guy looks like Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm worried that's not going to last. That's not going to come to fruition. The other thing is there's just a lack of talent. And quite frankly, Mark, I think, said it, I don't know, about usually in the pros, I'd never played football. But in the pros, by the third year, you kind of seen what you got. This is Fickell's third year, and I'm afraid we're seeing what we got. They can't run the ball. They couldn't even run the ball against Miami of Ohio or Middle Tennessee State. They had 59 total yards in the first half. I mean, something's got to change. Mark, quite frankly, I don't know if you have any connections, but you need to get on the athletic board or something and put the bug in somebody's ear because it's ugly.
Tausch does have a few connections. Now,
I'll say this. I think the tricky part of this, and this is not like being excuse maker, Tausch, but you have to win now, and the development and allowing quarterbacks to develop. Michigan is going to do it. They paid big money, and they're going to let this young guy develop. They're going to have some hiccups with Underwood up in Michigan. Big, strong kid. I think from our standpoint, we have now went into the portal and grabbed veteran quarterbacks that have not been able to stay healthy. And this system now is better suited, there's no doubt, than what Phil Longo had. How we go about moving forward, we do need to be better running the football. There's nobody that can look at what we've seen throughout 3 weeks. And 2 of those weeks, we should have been a lot more effective running it. Last week, Alabama's got some dudes. They got dudes all over the place on defense. But Florida State found a way to do it. We have a ways to go in that regard, no question about it. And this is kind of the deal, though, because you're just talking, he was just talking about quarterbacks and letting him grow and develop. You either can continue to patch and hope, or you can you forget in 97, now again, that's almost 30 years ago, we had 3 young players and a 4th that you threw into the mix in Casey Robach, who's now one of the coaches, and there were growing pains. You're going through growing pains because you're putting some young players in there that need to grow. You can do that, or you can keep hoping, bringing some older guys in and hope that it hits. That's not how it goes. So, yes, that part is frustrating for a lot of us because you move to Grimes, you think you're going to run the football more effectively, and we have not been able to do that, obviously, throughout these first 3 weeks, and that is why we're struggling as much as we are on offense.
And you believe they have the backs to be productive in the running game? You believe there's an offensive
really
line
like our
issue?
Backs.
Yeah.
A matter of fact, I think the first game against Miami, Ohio, there was, we didn't run it great, obviously, but what they got, they earned. It was not blocked very well, and that's why you saw all of the shifting. And now you're going with this younger group trying to piece things together and grow together. And hopefully, as the season goes, they're going to continue to get better and better, and you're going to see more effective, more efficiency in that run game. Because right now, it has not been good enough, no question about it.
And just for clarity, Ryan Hopkins is the Mater Day starting quarterback, and that is a football factory of a high school. Is that where Brady went?
Now, in fairness, we've heard Mabry Matoyer was going to be the guy, and so we all listen, man. We want to have a young quarterback come in, grow, and develop. That's what would be great. I don't know how feasible that is, especially with the pressure that is facing programs when you need to win immediately. And the bottom line is now this is no longer a 4 and 5 year process. This is a year-to-year deal. And I think Wisconsin's figuring that part of it out too. It has not been as smooth because you're trying to do both.
Right?
And I like that. Mm-hmm. But it's a very tricky formula trying to figure it all out.
Just to what the caller said, where because a guy's in the transfer portal means he's a backup, that's not true. Like, look at the amount of starters for all the FBS teams that are really good players who just are in search of the best fit, the best money, whatever they can find. Like, Ohio State won a title last year, the transfer quarterback from Kansas State, who was really good. Like, it's not just because a guy's in the portal, it means he's a backup. Like, it's not the same type of free agency like you see in the NFL when a quarterback doesn't get a new contract.
Correct.
That's fair. I would also add, though, that when you're constantly going that route and then those guys get hurt, you're not developing someone behind them, and you're in a tough spot. And that has been what they've dealt with now 3 years running with losing their prized transfer portal quarterback. Those are not ideal circumstances. All right, we'll get to more of your calls and your texts as we try to get back on the clock after our lengthy discussion of losing your keys at an apple orchard, or maybe some other topics as well. But one topic we can all agree on, and it doesn't take Tausch very long to say it, is his love of Coors Light.
And whether you're picking some apples at an apple orchard, looking for keys, kind of commiserating after a tough loss, or celebrating a big win, crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light, because it's brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it's cold packaged. So it is made to chill. Make sure those mountains are blue. It's been beautiful, beautiful weather. Oh, it's just been gorgeous out. Make sure those mountains are blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
More of your calls and texts, 844-770-3776, as you deliver your Badgers takes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
It's a home run! But wait, is your roof ready for the big league storms? If your roof has more holes than a catcher's mitt, it's time to bring in the pros. At Avondale Roofing, we've been handling leaks, repairs, and full replacements with major league precision for over 30 years. And as a GAF Master Elite certified contractor, we bring top-tier quality and proven performance to every job. Whether it's a quick patch-up or full upgrade, our team steps up to the plate and knocks it out of the park every time. You're out! Don't wait till water's in your dugout. Call Avondale Roofing today and keep your home in the win column.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Hey IKEA fans, IKEA is turning 40 and they are giving you the present. From September 3rd to the 23rd, IKEA is celebrating with a huge gift card giveaway. Every day, 3 times a day, 40 lucky winners will score an IKEA gift card worth anywhere from $5 to $500. That's right, 120 winners every day at every store. Don't miss your chance to join the celebration and win. Visit your IKEA Oak Creek or IKEA.us for more information today. Must be a IKEA family member to participate. 1 gift card per IKEA family membership during the promotion.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run through the end of the 2025 season, with tee time starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package request early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Pitch by pitch, inning by inning, game by game. Watching the Crew is a 162-game journey of grit, hard work, talent, and determination. Dave Spano from Annex Wealth Management, we're with you on your journey as well. Your hard work and money deserve a partner like Annex for your investment, retirement, tax, estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary. Take the next step towards retirement you desire and begin the conversation soon. Head to annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button.
Hi, everyone. This is Stephen Bauer, CEO of the Guest House of Milwaukee. For decades, Guest House of Milwaukee has been here for our neighbors, providing shelter, housing, and the support needed to break the cycle of homelessness. We're not just offering a bed for the night. We're helping people rebuild their lives through case management, housing navigation, mental health, and addiction counseling. You can help us make a difference. Learn more at guesthouseofmilwaukee.org. And together, we can ensure everyone has a place to call home.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
I hope someday we'll sit down together and laugh with each other about these days. All our troubles we'll lay to rest and we'll wish we could come back to these days.
844-770-3776. Where are you at on the Badgers? Mater day, per my good friend and father figure John Kerry, retired from the MAC Fund.
Yeah. Mater's like
he's the guy in Cars.
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah. Mater.
Let's get to another call. See if I can mispronounce something else during the program. 844-770-3776. Let's go to Kenton Oconomowoc. No, I know how to say that one. It's Oconomowoc. Kent, good morning. How are you?
Doing well, living the dream here. Here's my slant on the Badgers from the perspective of an alumni and longtime season ticket holder. Yeah, the frustration level. Guys, just 5-7 years ago, nationally we were viewed as a top 20 team on our worst day. I mean, just the success we've had with this program for many, many years, and to see how far and how quickly we've fallen. And to Jason's point, as a proud alum and fan, to see some of these other programs that nationally had nowhere near the stature we did. Illinois and Indiana, we were light years better than them. I remember no more than 10, 15 years ago beating Indiana 56-0, 63-0, and how they've passed us up in short order. It's shocking and it's disappointing. It is. Terribly disappointed to see how quickly. And I'm a realist. I understand with the NIL landscape these days how that can change things. But, from a national perspective, even with NIL, it just seems to me there's no reason in the world that an Illinois or Indiana could surpass us so quickly and by so much.
That's a very fair critique. But to your point, 7 years ago, it might as well have been the Old Testament, as Homer likes to say, because it's just a completely different world than it was then. But that said, I think you make very good points, not just because you agreed with me on some of them. Thanks for the call, Kent. We appreciate it. Let's get one more in before the break. 844-770-3776. Let's go down to Janesville. Talk to Jeff. Jeff, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. Where are you at on the Badger football program?
I understand. I'm frustrated, but what a lot of people, just like the Packers being terrible in the 70s and 80s, the Badgers, for years and years and years, I think we set a record for going to consecutive bowls for so many years. But these young kids don't remember when the Badgers were absolutely horrible in the 80s and the early 90s before Tausch and Barry Alvarez got there. And they wanted more. They wanted that national champion. They wanted the national champion. And I was very happy with the way the program was. Well, kind of like Iowa, we're going to ground and pound. Our O-line, our linebackers, our running backs are going to all be studs. I was content with that, going to a bowl every single year. I get where a lot of people are coming from, where they're like, no, we want to push for a national championship. And they swung for the fences. Okay, they missed. I understand why they did it. I thought Paul Chryst was an excellent coach. I actually met him. I thought he was a great coach. I understand why they did what they did. But I'm more old school with the ground and pound. Like, we're proud of the Mark Tauschers, the Joe Thomas, the Ron Danes, all the great players.
All
that
legends.
came through our program. Correct.
Absolutely.
Tausch, you are a legend. Like, he is like
Appreciate
what
you,
every Wisconsinite dreams of. We appreciate you because you represent like what we believe in, like blue collar, hard work. We're going to punch you in the mouth. Okay? Well, like Iowa, for example. We punch each other in the mouth so many years over and over and over again. And, yeah, some years they won, some years we won. But we knew we were going bowl bound. And I get with the transfer portal things change, but just the old school in me, and I'm in my 40s. I got a daughter that goes to UW right now, and she actually flew down to Alabama and went to the game with her boyfriend. And she said, Dad, the environment for college football is just different down here than it is in Wisconsin. She said, why? And I said, because they have nothing else there. They don't have the Green Bay Packers. They don't have the Milwaukee. They don't have all the sports that Wisconsin has. They can't just go to a Brewers game. They can't go to a Packers game. So all they have is Alabama football. And she goes, you can feel it down here. It's completely different.
Jeff, who do you like better, Mark Tauscher or your daughter's boyfriend?
Oh, great question.
Definitely Tausch. Old T all day.
Oh, snap!
Love it.
Even though he took one of my 4 entries away, I still got to go Old T all day.
Fair enough. All right, we appreciate the call, Jeff. Thank you.
So it is different. It's different. I mean, Tuscaloosa
you saw that yourself.
It is the stadium is 100 and whatever thousand people. That is for as much as we say the Green Bay Packers run the show here. Now we have the Brewers, we have the Bucks, we have the Badgers. There's no doubt. There isn't any of that. All of the attention, boom, strictly on Bama. Roll Tide, and then they got Auburn and everything else. But that is the biggest show. That's what that is the eyeball driver down there. And so you take that for what it's worth. I think the frustrating part for a lot of Badger fans is, and I think Jeff hit on this, besides really being complimentary of me, which I thoroughly enjoy.
Me too.
It's the fact that we've just struggled to be the physical running the football. We're so used to it. And I think that's why people are so just down in the dumps about where we're at as a football program. Because I'm going to tell you this, defensively, we're so much stouter and better than we're just a lot better suited. And for me, here's where I'm going to give some optimism. How many teams have Ryan Williams, Jeremy, their wide receiving core is dynamite. Their quarterback found holes. Their offensive line protected better than I thought. I thought the formula down there would be we need to create some serious havoc, and we didn't. But when we play the Marylands and the Illinois and the Iowas, we're going to hold up against their run games better. Now, can we slow down the pass when we do that? Obviously, we couldn't Saturday. We are built better to win in the Big Ten than we were last year. What does that mean? I don't know. But I do know we're built better to do that. That would be my optimistic pitch to people that are maybe just completely done or apathetic towards where we're at as a program. Because I understand after Saturday, there's a lot of disheartenment about what Wisconsin football is doing. I get it. But we're now, just like Alvy would always tell us after those first 3 games that we usually would win, the real season starts now. You're built to win your conference. You're built to compete in your league. Now we'll see where we're at when we tip off on Saturday morning.
All right, we'll get to a couple of texts, and then we'll move to the Packers in the 10 o'clock hour. 844-770-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. As we dream fearlessly, but ensure carefully by maybe improving the quality of the offensive line depth, just like American Family Insurance has us covered as well.
Indeed, life is better with American Family Insurance. That's because their agents will make you feel totally protected with a home, auto, or life policy that is just right for you. Also, that you're free to enjoy your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully and dream fearlessly.
We'll get to your text next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Whether it's live or in podcast form, you've heard us on air with all of our shenanigans.
Gabe, I'm throwing some. Why are you throwing? I don't want.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video.
By me, by the way. I hit that microphone like 4 out of 6 times on that.
Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss and see original digital content too. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
This is a guy that has 13 penalties called on him, and he's got 6 unsportsmanlike flags. So how do you deter Jalen Carter from doing things of this nature on the football field that not only embarrass his team, but embarrass the entire league? I don't know that this is going to serve as a deterrent. This is a slap on the wrist. He did something that was egregious. The Eagles had a clause in the contract that they could hit him in his wallet, and they chose not to. What they told him is that you're so important that we're not going to do anything that you might construe as being too punitive. We want to make sure that you're viewing us as an ally and not an adversary, and I don't know that that is the way that you go about changing the behavior of a young guy that is supremely talented like Jalen Carter.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Whoa! Jason Kelsey just found out that NFL Sunday Ticket now lets you subscribe month to month.
Yeah!
He just realized you can join and cancel anytime.
Ha-ha! Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now he just found $1 in the sofa.
Yeah!
And he just saw a great parking spot open up. Look, just because Jason's easily excited doesn't make NFL Sunday Ticket month to month any less great. Right, Jason?
Yeah.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel anytime. Woo! Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season. Cancel anytime. Terms and embargoes apply. No refunds. Commercial use excluded.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Neck and back surgeries can be risky. Your spine deserves the best. That's why professional athletes choose Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. We can help you too. With the top nationally rated spine surgeons in the state for quality outcomes, you can trust the professionals at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Get a second opinion in just a few clicks. Now offered virtually throughout Wisconsin. Visit nscwi.com. Whether you want to get back into the game or just get back to life, go where the pros go. Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Your spine health is our passion.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
We know that many of you tune in for our astute Packers observations. So let's wrap up our Badgers conversation with a couple of texts from the text portion of the Carbless Talking text line. Jesse, what have you curated?
Got a long one here from Adam in the Berg. The Badgers will go 1-9 over the next 10 games.
Oh, Johnny Happiness here.
So he's even predicting the start of next year. I just don't know if they will beat Maryland or Minnesota to get that one win. I know this is a tough schedule this year, but I do believe our NIL is severely lacking compared to the other big programs in the country. In my opinion, we are entering the dark years of Badgers football again, unfortunately.
Adam, what I would say to that is this. You seem to be a glass half empty kind of guy. But let me fill your cup up a little bit. The both bane of this era that we're in and the promise of the era that we're in is that things can change quickly. Right? Like if you pay the right players, which again is not really how this is supposed to work, but we all know how it works. And you get the right people, and then you hit on some of your high school recruits who come in and keep their commitment and start to develop for you, things can turn around somewhat quickly. And that does not sound like a fun way to approach the remainder of the season, but at the same way, it's a little bit hard for me to push back on Adam. I mean, he may be right, and I hope he's not, because that would be really unenjoyable to chronicle, but we'll have to wait and see. I am very curious to see how the rest of the season plays out, but I think that's a little bit pessimistic if you ask me.
I'd agree.
I am always optimistic that you will never have to call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. That means that you haven't been injured in an accident if you don't have to call them. But if you do, and you have been, that's the call to make. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666, or go to the website, gruber-law.com. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. Jesse, let's squeeze in one more text if you have one that you like before we get to the 10 o'clock hour.
Sure, this one's from Mark, who says he likes his name, just like Old T.
Yeah,
I like my name a lot.
I bet Mark's 35 and older. I would bet.
I think Fickle needs at least another year. Hopefully we see improvement during Big Ten play. The 2025 schedule is daunting. People forget Paul Christ's last 2 seasons, the team was declining. It's from Mark on the text line. I don't...
I'll say, I think there's this Pollyanna. Paul Christ did a great job while he was here, but I remember walking out of that stadium, and I think it was the Illinois game with Brett. And they came in and just completely whomped us. And the feeling that day was, where are we going? And then I think that next day is when the transition happened. And so I get it. I understand where Badger fans are at. I do. I get it. But it was not all – the ending of the Paul Christ era was not strong. Those are also facts. And now – you can put that back up. There was something else in there, Jesse, that I thought was interesting. The concept of this schedule is very difficult. There's no doubt. I think this is going to be as much about what this looks like and how you see this team improve throughout the rest of the Big Ten season starts on Saturday. Where we are and where we finish. How this looks is going to be very important as far as what we're going to do moving forward. I feel fairly confident about that.
Just in fairness, because I am a Paul Christ guy. The 2020 season was the COVID season. The Badgers went 4-3 overall.
Yeah, that did count. Jesse wiped that off. None of that mattered.
Won the
Graham
Dukes
Mertz game never happened.
Won the Dukes Mayo Bowl, and was that the one that Graham Mertz fumbled the trophy for? Was that the one?
That was that one, yeah.
Okay.
Last name Roberson, a legendary game, really.
Indeed. The previous year, by the way, 2019, they lost in the Rose Bowl. 2021, 6-3 in the Big Ten, 9-4 overall. Won the Las Vegas Bowl, and then 2022 they were 2-3 and 0-2 in the Big Ten when he was fired. So again, we don't have Doc Brown's time machine. We don't know how that season would have continued, but I don't think Tausch is wrong to say that there were signs of decline.
We were trending in a wrong direction.
At the same time, we also don't know what would have happened had Jimmy Leonard gotten the job, and you know that I'm a big fan of his as well. So, bottom line, we are where we are, and where we are is getting ready to start the 10 o'clock hour, which we will do in 2 minutes. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers got a huge primetime win as they took down the Washington Commanders 27-18 on Thursday night. Tucker Kraft was the story for the green and gold offense as he had 6 catches for 124 yards and a touchdown. Here's what head coach Matt LaFleur had to say about his tight end's big game.
He's a guy that approaches the game the right way. I can't say enough great things about Tuck, but it's not only on the football field, it's every facet of life, I would say, and he's a real leader for us.
The green and gold will take the weekend off before prepping to head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Family's bigger? Out of space? We can help you find a new place. Just make Tri-City your first call. We're here to help, loan large or small. Tri-City National Bank, equal housing lender, NMLS 433891.
Come catch the final battle of the regular season when the Brewers host the Reds Friday, September 26th through Sunday, September 28th. We're celebrating the best fans in the game on Saturday, the 27th at Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Toyota. Plus, if you're one of the first 30,000 fans through the gates, you'll take home a Brewers Tumbler giveaway too, presented by Quick Trip. Come close out the regular season with the crew. Get your seats today at brewers.com/tickets.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into The Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Some mixed reviews from our Badgers Hour on the YouTube chat dweller region. I can assure everyone that we're not intentionally avoiding Packers talk.
What would we be avoiding? Why would we be avoiding Packers talk? Like, we couldn't be closer to the moon right now as far as being a fan.
Yeah, and things are not looking good for some of the upcoming opponents either, which is lending credence to the bold prediction, the Boldathon, looking a lot better for Tom Waddle than it did for Rob Domofsky, who put the whammy on Brandon McManus.
So I actually thought, if you get through these 2 weeks, and obviously the Boldathon was before Micah, or was it after Micah?
It was after Micah. It was after acquiring Micah Parsons.
It was after Micah's trade. Because right now, this is like, this is biblical. There's some biblicalness to this. There's BM and AM. As far as your expectations before Micah and after Micah. It just is. It's biblical in the fact that you were thinking, all right, it could be a nice team, and we could see where it goes, BM. And then AM, it's the world is your oyster. Like, that's how this has went.
Are you doing BC and AD?
Yes.
So we have now. Look, I like Mike Parsons too.
No, I'm not comparing him to Jesus. Don't go there. What I'm saying is that there's the biblical terms when you're starting to look at before and after.
Old
I'm
Testament, New Testament?
I'm talking Micah, the expectation game, there's a PM and an AM. And that's just the reality. If you want to use something else, go for it. But pre-Micah, we all looked at it and thought, all right, Detroit's still the favorite in the division. Philly's still heavily favored. Green Bay is in that second tier. That's where we were. And then AM, after Micah, all that changed. Then it was, how close are we to Philly, and we're the favorites in the North. And then we go play the Kings of the North. We punch them in the mouth. Still cannot believe that my Scott Farkas thing never made it. Like I am amazed, for as much as people love clipping us, that never made it. I'm amazed by that, but I'll digress. Now we are, this NFC North is a two-team race, period. I've seen enough. I thought it, I believed it, and now I've seen enough. I've watched Minnesota struggle for 7 out of 8 quarters. Their offense stinks. Is it going to get better? I don't know, Jim. I think it could get worse. Now, if you get Darisaw back, you might be able to protect McCarthy better.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some very angry wide receivers in the fact their numbers are going to stink. And I think Jay Jettis is a good dude, but Chris Collinsworth said it last night, and I don't think he's wrong. How long is this going to be before you start looking and saying, hey, man, I can't do this. You can't miss wide open touch. They got a wide open slot fade, wide open tutter, and the kid misses by 7 or 8 yards. He's throwing bad picks. He must have baby hands. I don't know if he's got the same hands as old boy, but he's fumbling snaps. He's fumbling a quarterback center. He fumbles a pitch snap. Like, J.J. McCarthy's got a long way to go, and I am going to continue to tweet out, when are they going to go get Kirk Cousins? Because this thing is on the – they're not far. They have a couple more bad games. They're not far from an implosion because their defense is good. They've won 14 games. They all know what it looks like, and they know this ain't it.
Yeah.
So you can grow and ask, but veterans in this league don't care. Trust me. Oh, that's cute that this quarterback is going to win a 6 or 7 game. They're going to win championships. You're going to be out pushing a golf cart around because your career's done. But this is going to be great. That's not how. There's a balance to this. Minnesota's. I am not worried about. I thought they'd finish 4th. I think the Bears might be worse, but I think the Bears are going to grow. The Bears understood coming in where they were. Minnesota had these high hopes of being in the same division and in the same league as Green Bay. Can you imagine Green Bay playing Minnesota today? That kid's getting sacked 10 times. I don't know what magic he can come up with. There's only so much magic. You can't run boot passes every play. Eventually, you got to stand back there. He's going to get killed. So, Green Bay, Detroit. Green Bay already showcased where they're at. Mm-hmm. I think Packer fans after this weekend should look at it and say, the North is not going to be the best division in football this year.
No.
They're going to have 2 of the top teams, but the rest of the North, I think, could be El Stinko. This could be an El Stinko situation.
So, as I said,
that's my little NFC North recap.
That has been Tausch's NFC North Minutes. As I texted you,
tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Baby hands McCarthy.
That's pretty good.
Well, did you see how many times the ball was fumbling out of his hands?
He fumbled a fake on a pitch.
That's my point.
Yes,
it's baby. I don't know if his hands are big or not. I don't know. I don't care.
So I had texted you guys during Monday Night Football last week that could the Packers go from 1-5 in the division to 6-0 now that they've already beaten the Lions once?
Let me tell you something. If they beat Detroit on Thanksgiving, yes, that's what's going to happen
for sure. And look, Jordan Love had his struggles his first season as the starter during the first half of the year. I don't know. And I understand they rallied.
And a good example, because I think it's a really good point. But he had the fawn legs. Remember when he had fawn legs down in Atlanta? Where he looked like a baby fawn trying to do a quarterback sneak. Well, old boy had baby hands doing the quarterback sneak. Like, that's all part of this process. So I don't want to crush McCarthy on that. I'm just telling you the veterans in that locker room are not happy with what's going on there. You can feel fairly confident. And I think O'Connell's got to be a little bit worried.
Again, I'm not here to say that I am a quarterback guru by any means, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a skeptic from the jump on J.J. McCarthy. And look, his fourth quarter against the Bears was enough to get everybody thinking, okay, well, maybe what we saw the first three quarters of that game isn't who he is. And then came yesterday. And now, wasn't he the offensive player of the week in the NFC?
He was for one quarter. No, he was. How many points did the Lions put up on that mighty Bears defense yesterday?
52.
And it probably, guessing, could have probably put up more.
6, 7. Yeah.
60 or 70.
67 specifically. Yeah.
This is this is a two-team division.
Yeah. Until Kirk Cousins is the Vikings quarterback, you mean?
I don't even know. They'd be better. Like if I'm Green Bay, I don't want Kirk Cousins coming to Minnesota. I want you let you grow with JJ.
Yeah, got to live through the growing pains. Yeah,
because they're going to lose this season. Then the season will be they'll be lucky to get to 6 or 7 wins.
Did you hear the noise Collinsworth made when he missed that open receiver in was it late third or early fourth? He was like, "Oh boy."
That is kind of his
classic.
He does
it was
do
a classic because Collinsworth is usually like gushing over the quarterbacks. At last, he was just like, "Oh boy."
He wasn't gushing about JJ. He wasn't gushing about JJ. I didn't hear any gush about JJ.
Well, on the bright side, you would be more than happy to gush about Prize Picks. I hope you took less when it comes to J.J. McCarthy, no matter what the projection was.
Well, I'm irritated. Kelsey had his catch. He also had that big drop pick in the Eagles game. We make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, you be right, you get paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. I had a 5 out of 6.
Oh, that's got to hurt.
Jordan Love. Ooh. It did. Yeah, thank you. I wasn't right, and I didn't get paid. But Prize Picks is simple. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. You get your picks right, you cash in. Prize Picks puts their users first. All withdrawals, they're fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. The best way, turn your sports opinions. If you think J.J. McCarthy is going to turn the football over, is going to throw a pick, is going to stink, hey, you can be right and you can get paid doing it. Download the app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It is good to be right.
So I'm going to, speaking of you being right, I'm going to look up J.J. McCarthy's draft profile and see if we can find out how big his hands are or aren't with his baby hands. And I would be curious, the Packers did, now he was 3 years in, right? He spent 3 years sitting on the bench. But the Packers didn't panic when Jordan Love had some uneven performances.
Well, they started getting nervous.
I don't think the Vikings are or should, but I guarantee you this: I'm betting whatever the Wilde and Tausch equivalent is in the Twin Cities, their phone lines are lit up all morning long. Mm-hmm. Ben Lieber, maybe. And
what do you think Jay Jettis is saying to his boys when he's getting in the car going home?
This guy
stinks. He's saying, "Boy, this is You think this is going to say, oh, this is going to be a hell of a year? Or do you think he's going to say, get Kirk on line one, man? Yeah. I don't know.
What this all means for the Packers, I do want to talk a little bit about the Lions from yesterday as well. But the Packers back at work today. Matt LaFleur going to talk to us a little bit after noon, so I'm going to finish the program and head on over there. We will discuss more Packers, less Badgers next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It just feels different.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Listen to WTMJ as the Brewers make their charge to the postseason. Brewers playoff coverage is presented by the Neurospine Center of Wisconsin and featured by Annex Wealth Management, Boucher Automotive, and Delta Dental. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan. Less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
My overall experience with Gruber Law Offices has been phenomenal.
The treatment was excellent.
They will be supportive of you. They will listen to you.
It was a great experience knowing that I had people to help me.
I know I could count on them to do what I needed to get done.
Experience with Gruber was great.
They gave me my life back.
It was amazing.
He gets results.
We know how to win. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Gruber Law Offices had my best interests at heart.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on the Packers. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousin Subs. Enjoy them with your favorite dipping sauce, or try them in one of our 2 new subs, Classic Crispy Chicken or Bold Buffalo Ranch Crispy Chicken. Both served on our fresh baked bread, made with quality you can taste. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we do more than close deals. We serve with gratitude and faith-filled purpose. We've sold over $300 million in real estate since 2020, one of the top-ranked real estate teams in Wisconsin, and we're just getting started. What sets us apart? We care. Even if we're not your agent, we'll still help. That's the kind of stewardship the community deserves. If you're buying or selling across southeastern Wisconsin, let us earn your trust. I'm Tony Wendorf, and I want to create your red carpet experience. Contact us at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Don't close your eyes, 'cause your future's
they say about guys with big hands. They wear big gloves, and they make for better quarterbacks. For those of you curious, Jordan Love's hand size measurement at the combine, 10.5 inches.
Okay.
Wow. Brett Favre's hand size, 10 3/8 inches.
Wow. Okay. Stop
Aaron Rodgers' hand size.
Let's not shove our hand. Come on. All right. Okay.
10 1/8 inches.
Wow. Okay.
I was trying to set something up there on the video stream.
You are. It's annoying, but you are. Yeah, keep going. I didn't tell you to. Oh, I did tell you to stop.
You did.
So,
You quite literally told me to stop.
Yes, I did. That's true.
J.J. McCarthy's hand size,
12 inches.
9 inches.
Baby hands.
It is in the 8th percentile for quarterback hand size. You know who else has tiny hands?
Man,
you know who else has tiny hands?
Kenny Pickett.
Who's that?
I believe Kenny Pickett does, but that's not who's on the list here because these two guys have been successful. Jared Goff and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Both of them have been very successful in the league to varying degrees.
So why I said that, it wasn't, I had no clue. You could have said he had 10.5.
You were right. You were right.
Well, because you see things and you have to kind of figure things out. Obviously, everything happens a lot faster in the NFL. But when I saw him fake pitch that ball and it flopped out of his hand, and then there was another one that it fell out of his hand, and then the snap on the thing, that's where it comes into play because Lord knows I hate you got short arms or you're only 6'3" or whatever.
Right?
Like that stuff annoys all of us. And I'm sure JJ and Jared Goff and all of these other guys, but there is a reason that they do those measurements. And JJ will have to kind of figure that part of it out. I thought it was kind of almost rude to Sam Darnold and to what we saw last year that Minnesota, when they won a bunch of close games, was just going to snap their fingers, put JJ in there, and have instant success. It's not how this business works. And that annoyed me a little bit. And now that, listen, Minnesota could go on a run and make me look like a fool. Very possible. They could end up going 14-3. I will be shocked if that's the case. But that doesn't mean that they can't, because I think Flores and their defense can cause problems. But I just think offensively they are going to have all kinds of problems, and especially when they play the Green Bay Packers. You can almost bank we're going to have some turnovers against this team with JJ as their quarterback.
I would definitely agree with that. He would have been under siege. He was under siege from the Falcons defense, and what I saw from Mina Kimes and others was surprised that the Falcons had a pass rush. So I would presume, and that was, I mean, look,
now,
again,
in fairness,
they were missing
Darisaw.
They were missing their starting center. So I'm glad we were on the same page there.
Yep.
A text from Ron in Rome. After listening to the Ben Johnson press conference and watching Kevin O'Connell's face last night, all I can say is thank God for Matt LaFleur.
We're all in this sucker together, that's for sure.
I've heard commentators say that Kevin O'Connell is the best coach in the NFC North division. Yeah, you did. And I believe it was said on this program, it was by me, and you know I hold Matt LaFleur in high regard, and I do not agree, Ron says. Look, you're only as good as your players, and Matt LaFleur didn't get a whole lot of credit when he had the 4-time NFL MVP as quarterback. I think he has shown since the departure of one Aaron Charles Rodgers that he's a pretty good quarterback. What I would say about Kevin O'Connell and why I don't think it's fair to now say because J.J. McCarthy has pretty much stunk up the joint for 7 of the 8 quarters to start the season, is that the guy won with Sam Darnold, who many didn't. And he made Kirk Cousins the best Kirk Cousins has ever been. So
that's true, too.
I feel like my opinion of him is a fair view to have, and that is saying something given that I think Matt LaFleur is a really good coach. I'm not among those. Then there are certainly some in the YouTube comments who do not think Matt LaFleur is any good and that they have to win in spite of him, not because of him. I don't agree, but you're entitled to your opinion.
Absolutely you are.
So, again, the question I want to get to next, after Tausch tells us about Quick Trip, is how should what the Lions did yesterday to the aforementioned Ben Johnson and the Bears, which, by the way, Ben Johnson, you know Jared Goff's name. You worked with him for 3 years. Don't be a dink. The quarterback over there. Come on, man.
Why? They're enemies now. I don't. Not everything
that doesn't mean you don't say his name. Say his name.
You know who he's talking about.
The quarterback over there.
Yeah, QB.
Yeah,
over there.
It's funny how quickly you go from awkwardly saying, "Well, I sure do enjoy beating Matt LaFleur twice a year," to being kind of persnickety in your post-game press conference. He could have used a snack.
Comes at you fast.
From his local Quick Trip to make him feel a little bit better about himself.
Well, this fall, the Gatorade talking all his Vikings and O'Connell and LaFleur. Gatorade border battle is on at Quick Trip. Are you Team Purple or Green and Gold proud? Well, either way, you can score the ultimate fan experience. 2 Turf Suite tickets to the Week 18 Vikings-Packers showdown at U.S. Bank Stadium, plus $250 in Quick Trip gift cards. Just buy any Gatorade with your Quick Rewards account and earn bonus fan zone points. Packers, Vikings, let the Quick Trip Gatorade border battle begin. No purchase is necessary. Go to quicktrip.com/sweepstakes to enter. And when life is busy, make it easy with Order Ahead in the Quick Rewards app. You can pick your favorites, fried chicken, pizza, take-home meals, pay in the app, and grab it in-store, or you can do it curbside, and they have a bunch of great specials going right now. Boneless pork loin chops, 99 cents each. Bananas, jumbo onions, and baked potatoes, 29 cents a pound. Quick Trip's got you covered. We'll see you next time.
Are you going to end it there?
No.
Okay, good. I appreciate the we'll see you next time, because that lets me know you're done. I have received a text message from the kid.
Oh.
So I feel better now. I don't feel better about him coming on the program. I'll explain. And I do want to get into what the Lions did to the Bears. What does that mean to you as a Packers fan? What does that tell you about the Lions? And what does it tell you about the Packers defense and its performance in the opener? We'll talk about that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Get ready to say goodbye to those bland seltzers at the ballpark. Carbless is proudly Wisconsin-born, crafted by real people. A husband and wife team who wanted better cocktails in a can. They're locally made and blissfully better. Carbless offers a bold, true cocktail flavor that's made for baseball fans. Available in fan-favorite flavors like lemon lime, black raspberry, cranberry, and mango. Bringing the craft cocktail bar to your seat. Refreshment that matches the energy of American Family Field is Carbless. Full of flavor, no sugar, and no carbs. Just game day bliss.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can easily find the right home insurance for you, even if it's not with Progressive. But if you don't choose us, then sure, okay, it's not going to work out. We're not going to cry about it or stay awake wondering what our future together would have looked like. We can't get emotionally invested even if it sounds like we are. Progressive's Home Quote Explorer allows you to easily compare home insurance rates and coverages in one place, even if it's not with us. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. I love you. I shouldn't have said that.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Our office computers were from like 2012.
What? They had computers then?
Yeah, I don't know much about new tech.
Apparently.
So I went to Staples and saved big on an AI-powered HP laptop and HP OfficeJet Pro printer, which also came with 3 months of free instant ink.
And we're back in this century. During Staples HP Tech Event, save up to 35% on HP printers and up to 40% on AI-powered HP PCs.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. Into 11/1 select models only.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Homestead High School's Connor Pangalo. In Homestead's 42-7 win over Whitefish Bay on Thursday, Pangalo had 12 carries for 67 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. On top of that, he would later take a 93-yard kick return to the house for his 3rd touchdown of the game. Through 4 games, Pangalo has led the Highlanders to an undefeated record with 690 yards and 10 touchdowns. Pangalo is in his senior year and is also an all-conference baseball player. Congrats to Connor Pangalo, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tausch here, and the Pickler Menominee Falls is now open. Your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics, all included in your membership. Sign up today for open play spots or check out Learn to Play sessions and clinics. Members get 4 clinics a month included. Memberships start at just $119 a month. Check out all the options at thepickler.com. That's PICKLR.com. And I'll see you on the court.
Are you sick and tired of sad, skimpy, frozen pizzas that lack toppings and flavor? Problem solved. Screamin' Sicilian brings the party to pizza with mountains of whole milk mozzarella, premium meats, and veggies stacked to the sky. No tweaks necessary. Just tons of toppings and amazing flavor. Just bake it, bite it, and let it rip. Mamma mia! Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian. Toppings piled high, screaming loud, always delicious.
So what do we do at Big Fish Contracting, Tanya?
At Big Fish, we do interior and exterior remodeling.
Roofing?
Build decks.
I'd build a deck.
You got a hammer.
I have hammers. You didn't even finish. You still have no website.
Find us on the
World Wide Web.
We're going to take 2 on that.
If you want to learn more about how we're renovating homes and redeeming an industry, check us out at bigfishcontracting.com. I mean, I think that sounded good.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
My eyes, I can see you in my sweatshirt, dancing around that college bar. These days I don't know where you are, but I get to keep these memories forever. Oh, I remember. Oh, I still can't hear Third Eye Blind.
So, for those of you that were hoping that we would book Robin Yount on the program, which again, to have his name in my text messages is surreal for me, just so people understand. Thanks, all good here. I'm in Italy.
Oh,
so
awesome.
So he's going to be celebrating turning the big 7-0 in Italy, apparently, and no better
I hope
place.
he's in Tuscany. I hope he's in Tuscany.
Avoid the pizza, though, from what I learned from Tausch. The pizza
average,
disappointing.
yeah. But have as much pasta, like the fresh pasta over there.
Oh, he's the new spokesperson. I'm sure he's enjoying a Usinger sausage over there.
Indeed. Sure. Exactly. Well done.
Probably.
Well played. So we'll hopefully we'll talk to him when he gets back. But happy birthday one day early to the kid. Tausch.
You think they got Robinade over there? You think
I don't
if he's
think
getting
so.
a Tito's
No,
and lemonade? You think he goes to Tito's with a little Robinade in there?
I think he should. I've got a couple of extra bottles if he needs them, but I'm not in Italy.
Could we invent the Robin or the kid and call it Tito's and Robinade?
You call it the kid drink?
Yeah.
Sure, I like that.
I don't know if you've seen this. If you're out golfing now, a big trend, and it's I am not a TikTok guy. It's not my jam.
Heard that about you, yeah.
But the big thing is the cart people will put their own special drink of the day, and they'll put like a thing up on their deal, and they mix different. It's usually I like to think Tito's, but then they'll put like a blue Gatorade with something else and then a spritz of something, and they'll call it something, and they try to trend on TikTok, and it works because you go up there and normally you're either going to get a Coors Light or you're going to have a mixer, and you kind of think through, and if somebody is putting it up there, it's like if they say, hey, we got a prime rib special today, you're like, oh, let me hear about it. Almost everybody does that. So I think that's definitely a possibility, Jesse.
We will work on making that a reality when he gets back from Italy. You can bounce that idea off of him when he eventually joins us, which we look forward to. Before that, though, what am I supposed to make of what the Detroit Lions did offensively against the bear-down Chicago Bears yesterday, putting up a 52 spot and Jared Goff throwing 5 touchdown passes and Ben Johnson forgetting his name?
So I normally, this job, you react, you analyze on a week-to-week basis, always thinking about projecting what you think is going to happen. That's how I look at my job.
Sure.
You, I don't know exactly. You look at things a little bit differently.
I do. I'm here to deliver insight and information.
I don't mind overreacting because that's what fans want to do, and
you're good at it.
I think so too. I did not one time last week after Detroit got absolutely bullyballed by the G&G did I think Detroit was stink. Not once. I thought they ran into a buzzsaw. They couldn't protect Goff, and you get Goff off his spot. I've said for years he is not a great NFL quarterback. He's really good when he's in the pocket and throwing in rhythm. He's not when you have to create. You want him moving off his spot. Well, with Micah Parsons and with our crew, he never was comfortable. That's why it was check down Chuck all game, and it was an easy win.
Sure.
Detroit will be better, but so will Green Bay. Detroit is still a very good football team.
Sure.
Green Bay is better as we sit here today. Now, things can change and things can happen, but if both teams stay healthy, Green Bay will win this division. And I think they'll do it in a relatively smooth fashion. I think Detroit is going to struggle. They're going to get beat next week. And Green Bay is going to win. And you're going to be looking at a 2-game lead with a tiebreaker. And all of a sudden, no. Detroit's going to be there when it comes playoff time. And it will be, playoff football is a whole different animal. They will have to come up with a better plan than what they had the last time they came to Lambeau. But Detroit, I think what you saw, to answer your question in a long-winded, Wilde way, I think you saw who we thought they are. Green Bay was better than what people anticipated. The Micah effect is real. And I think Detroit and other teams are going to have to come to grips with that and figure out where can we attack this defense. Because through 2 weeks, nobody has. That doesn't mean people won't and try and find a way. Detroit's offense is still going to be really good, especially against defenses that aren't. That's what I learned.
I'm curious, would you say that when you predict that the Packers are going to win the division, would you be willing to take that to the bank? Because that's what we're going to play right now, presented by Associated Bank.
Take it to the bank. Little Week 2 Packers-inspired questions here, presented by Associated Bank. Covered a couple of the notes from the game the other day. Take it to the bank. If Jaden Reed is out for a significant amount of time, he will be missed in the Packers offense more than Christian Watson. You want to take that to the bank, Tausch?
Yeah, I will, just because I think Jaden Reed has proven how productive he is in his time here. He's been the leading catcher of the football, if my memory serves me correctly. So Jaden Reed, I think, will be missed, But I'm telling you, I think of every position in any place on this football team where you feel like you have enough depth to overcome, that would be the spot that I feel like is the case. Receivers, we're going to see younger players. We're going to see Wicks. We saw a little bit already. Matthew Golden, Savion Williams. And then if Watson comes back, I think we are very well equipped to handle Jayden Reed being out, even though he will be missed.
I would agree he will be missed. I don't know if I'm willing to go there in terms of comparing him to Watson. I will say this. Watson and Reed are two guys that they don't have anyone quite like. Obviously, Watson to an even greater degree. But maybe Matthew Golden can do some of the or many of the same things. We'll have to wait and see. We'd also be looking at Matthew Golden through a different lens if one or both of those deep shots turn into touchdowns instead of incompletions. Love overshot him on what would have been probably a 92-yard touchdown and another one that would have been 30-some yards. So I do think that's part of it as well. But, look, if this is possible to lead your team in receptions and yardage in each of your first two seasons with the team as a rookie and as a second-year player and still be underappreciated, congratulations, Jayden Reed did that. And so I'm curious to see if we realize that he was more valuable than we gave him credit for during the time that he's going to be sidelined and dealing with the healing of a broken collarbone. And Rob Domofsky pointed this out to me last night while we were talking about it on TV. Maybe he also has the surgery on his foot, or maybe he just has enough time off of it for that to heal that Jones fracture that he has in his foot. All right, who's next, or what's next?
I'll tell you what. You need to call Joe Burrow up, too. Burrow's got turf toe. That son of a gun's out for like 6 months.
3 months.
3 months. Jason Wilde has turf toe. You missed, 2 practices and you were back?
Yeah, 3 practices. Fair? But, yeah, I was afraid of this because you brought up Joey B. But I feel like I may be experiencing a recurrence a little bit. Just walking around a little gingerly.
Well, take a beat. Well, first off, you probably shouldn't be hoofing through apple orchards.
Yeah, it was a pretty long walk. 4 miles worth of walking during our time at the apple orchard.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
No, not wow. Ow. More accurate. What's next, Jesse?
I bet you've been walking around a golf course once or twice, too.
I have, yeah. I've been doing a lot of walking.
Yeah.
Slimming down a little bit because of it. Thanks for noticing.
Take it to the bank. Thursday night's game against Washington proved offensive line depth is not a major concern for the Packers this season. Tausch?
Oh, no. No, I'm still concerned about it. Mm-hmm. And I think where I'm really concerned is if something happens to Elton. Like, if Elton stays healthy for the whole season, I think we can weather the other storms, but I still want Zach Tom out there, and I still want Banks. I think that you played at home against a team that their defensive line, while they got older, I don't know how dynamite that is. I want to see you do this against Philadelphia with their big fellas in the middle. I want to see how you handle Minnesota. Minnesota's got a good front. So I'm still, of all the positions that I'm concerned about depth-wise, it's the interior offensive line is where my main concerns are. And are we better suited if something happens in a playoff game? I don't know if I would say I feel that much better. Like, if something happens to Elton Jenkins, I'm going to be concerned.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jordan Morgan is a really good player, and I think he could step in. And so I feel that in that respect, I feel a little bit better. But I think Elton Jenkins, his health is critical for this football team throughout the rest of this year. More so than any of the tackles or anybody else, I think Elton is the key. He needs to play every week. And if he doesn't, my concern level would go up by quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Wednesday with Brian Balaga. because he does such a thorough breakdown of the film, and I want to hear what he thought of Jordan Morgan, whose Pro Football Focus grade, for what that's worth, was not very high from the game, and I want to know what he thinks of Anthony Belton, because
I saw some. So I don't know. I do not break down film like Brian. That's just not my deal. But I'll tell you about Belton. I saw some clips. He's a big physical SOB now.
He is.
He is a bully. He is a bully in a good way.
Yeah, I guess my question back to you then would be, as a pass protector, it's great if you are a bully in the run game. Do you see him having, we all know one of your strengths as a player, being the legend that you are, as our caller earlier pointed out, was your feet. Does he have great feet? Does he have the kind of feet that make you a great pass protector in the league? Because I still believe that that's an very important piece if you work for the Green Bay Packers. We'll see. I am not taking that to the bank either. I don't think their depth is... I think Jordan Morgan is a good player. After that, I don't know what to expect or to believe. I'm still not convinced. One more, Jesse?
Last one for dessert here and take it to the bank, presented by Associated Bank. Even if Brandon McManus kicks a game-winning field goal in the Super Bowl, Rob Domofsky cannot defend his Bold-a-thon title, since he is the only incorrect bold prediction after 2 weeks of the season.
Did he win it last year?
He did, yes. He was ranked number 1 by you when we reviewed them in February.
Yeah, what did he win it with again? Do we remember what he was
Did
so
we
bold
check the
about?
565 analytics, folks, where they stood on it?
We did not. We let Tausch critique it.
Yeah.
And if Tausch didn't give himself the victory, you got to feel pretty good about it.
That's fair. No,
I
Rob's
believe he
out.
predicted Tucker Kraft would lead the team in receiving last year, I think was his.
Well, didn't Jaden Reed?
Well, he didn't do that.
It was something Tucker Kraft related. I forget exactly what it was, but it was Tucker Kraft related, and he was right. And at the time,
yes,
no one saw it coming.
Domofsky's Bold-a-thon is dead. He just finished dead last. Yeah.
Yes, he did. What I'm really curious now to see if Tom Waddle ends up winning, and that would be painful to him because that would mean the
Jordan
Packers
Love
got
wins
off
the
to
MVP, I win. Like, there's nobody else is winning. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
You will win.
And if Romeo Doubs gets traded, you're winning. Like, you're winning.
Well, everybody
This
can't.
isn't hard.
The thing is, all of these things could happen. Like, what if Dobbs gets traded?
If Romeo Doubs gets traded, Jason's winning.
What if Dobbs gets traded? They
that
start
has odds
8-0.
less of my...
Jordan Love's MVP,
No.
and McManus kicks a game-winning field goal in the Super Bowl. Then what happens?
No, 8-0 is a nice, cute pick.
Tri-champions.
And he'll be in the mix. No, Jason wins if Romeo Doubs gets traded, because that to me was the boldest of bold, because I don't think it's going to happen, and I don't think anybody thinks it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
He wins.
Yeah, it's not. Look, now that Jaden Reed is out for multiple months, it ain't happening. They're not trading Romeo Doubs. I will not be winning the Bold-a-thon. What you could win is a Cousin Subs prize pack if you win trivia this week. But to win, you've got to enter, and to enter, you got to play today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. Jesse, what's today's category, and what caller would you like for trivia?
I just saw a text. Someone said Ben Johnson should have called Jared Goff that guy. That was nice.
That guy did a really good job today.
Let's do caller 15 today for the sports weekend recap on a Monday. Looking back at the busy sports weekend.
All right, caller 15 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 15 plays trivia next after I tell you about Associated Bank. They've got the best customer service in the industry, and they've got the awards to prove it as well, whether it's early pay, so you get access to your direct deposit up to 2 days early, whether it's credit monitoring, so you know where your credit is at if you have a big purchase you want to make, or if it's fraud protection, and I experienced it myself. They made sure that I was safe with my investments and everything else because they have a top-notch fraud protection team. That's what customer service means to Associated Bank. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. Trivia is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Get your golf fix every Tuesday night at 6 with On the Tee.
Spieth is probably going to, embarrass me at some point. The hell do you know? Shut up and carry the bag.
Join Gabe Neitzel and Stephen Watson as they dissect all things pro golf and tell the tales of their own golfing journeys in Wisconsin.
I think it's golf in its purest form, and I think it should bookend the golf season.
Go On the Tee with Gabe and Stephen, sponsored by Majestic Oaks at Lake Lawn Resort and Gruber Law Offices. Tuesday nights at 6 on 94.5 ESPN and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tausch here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Well, this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and 0 interest financing for 12 months. My new buddy Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. Again, that's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
Kick off your game day with a shine. Stop by Tsunami Express Car Wash now with 7 convenient locations across greater Milwaukee, including the brand new location in New Berlin. The best part, your very first wash is absolutely free when you sign up online. That's a $25 value on us. At Tsunami Express, you'll enjoy premium washes that protect your car, plus free vacuums and detailing tools to keep your ride looking spotless inside and out. Fast, easy, and always looking its best. Roll into the game feeling confident and clean. Claim your free wash today at TsunamiExpress.com. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you played the rest. Now play the best.
For over 40 years, the Boucher Automotive Group is proud to have served Wisconsin with dedication and heart, one customer at a time. But we knew we could do even more.
In the last 5 years, we've expanded across the state, adding new locations, new brands, and new ways to better serve you.
At Boucher, growth isn't always about being bigger. It's about being better. Better selection, better service, better experiences.
Where you're going matters, and Boucher is driven to get you there. The Boucher Automotive Group. We ride with you every mile.
For your fellow fanatics and your #1 fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Time for trivia. And then in the 11 o'clock hour, we'll be spanning the sports realm as we will go from Badgers in the 9, Packers in the 10, to Brewers for a little while in the 11 o'clock hour, including a visit from our buddy Dom Cotroneo from 620 WTMJ, the flagship of Milwaukee Brewers baseball, which you can also always hear in Madison on 100.5 ESPN. Time now, though, for trivia.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Crispy chicken tenders are now available at Cousin Subs. Order today in-store at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
And I know there's plenty of Cousin Subs locations in Green Bay, which means if Eric in Green Bay wins this week, he'll be able to use his gift card on some tasty Cousin Subs. Eric, good morning. How are you?
Doing good, guys. How are you?
Is your little guy enjoying the show today?
He is enjoying the show today. Absolutely.
He's our biggest fan. He'll figure out. He'll figure it out eventually.
All
right, let's play
sport
trivia.
class on Friday, so he was a little upset on Friday. He had to miss part of the show, so as soon as he got in the car, he was asking for you guys.
Was he crying during the Badger game?
He was a little upset that Bucky wasn't winning. At one point, he thought Alabama wearing the Crimson Tide was Wisconsin, and I had this moment where I kind of wanted to let him believe it, because then he would have had a great day. But he's 3 years old now. He needs to learn how to lose.
It's true. You can keep dominating him in card games too. All right, let's play trivia, where you can dominate. Question number 1 in the Sports Weekend Recap is this. One of the best college football games of the weekend, the Backyard Brawl, is a rivalry game played between which two teams? Is it Pittsburgh and West Virginia, Miami and South Florida, or Jesse's Dog and the Pond Turtles?
Let's go West Virginia. Take me home, country road.
Has there been another dog versus turtle incident, or are you just being funny?
No, he found a mouse the other day.
He's part cat.
It was just, he didn't know what to do with it. He was,
homage to Grouch.
He was kind of laying next to it, looking at it, growling, his tail's wagging. He wanted to play with it, but didn't understand. The mouse didn't want anything to do with him.
Question 2. After the Brewers clinched on Saturday, which team became the second to clinch a berth in the MLB postseason on Sunday? Was it the Toronto Blue Jays, the Philadelphia Phillies, or the Los Angeles Dodgers?
Let's go. Toronto had the. I think Philly clinched their division.
2 for 2. Are the Mets eliminated?
No.
With their
No, they're right in the wild card on.
Mets are still a wild card team, and Philly technically has not clinched their division, but they are, like, any minute now they'll be getting it done. They've been on a massive winning streak, and the Mets have been in a free fall.
Yes, they have been. So the Mets could still make the playoffs despite how bad they've been.
They are still in a position where it looks like they will make the playoffs unless they really continue to botch this and the Giants or the Reds can catch them. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right, question 3, Eric, and a chance for a perfect start to the week. How many NFL games on Sunday featured rematches of teams that have met in previous Super Bowls?
Oh, boy.
Was it 1, a 2, or a 3? And I'm not going to lie, I don't know the answer to this.
Obviously, Philly, Kansas City was a big one yesterday.
Yeah.
Question is, was that the only one?
I'll go one more. Just I have no clue.
So it was more than one, Jesse?
Philadelphia and Kansas City, of course, was the big one. The Titans and the Rams played in the noon window.
Kurt Warner Air McNair.
As did the Seahawks and the Steelers. 3 previous Super Bowl matchups. All
Matt
on
Hasselbeck and Mike Holmgren getting hosed by that questionable officials call when they lost to the Steelers.
I do have a suggestion, by the way, for the Bowl-a-thon.
Okay.
Didn't realize our comment box
If
was
we
open.
have if we have multiple people, if multiple bold predictions, well, then you got to have the bold committee. Everybody that submitted a Bowl-a-thon submission, that's the boldest. It's like tie goes to the runners. Tie goes to the bolder prediction.
Yeah,
right.
I agree. Yeah,
So
that's
if
why I thought
don't know, are
Jason's
they all
was the
written out
boldest.
somewhere?
No.
Now, I also think a Bowl-a-thon tracker would be a fun thing to have going on. So I can take that responsibility on.
Volunteering for work. I don't know what that's like.
Eric, I was just going to say, you have been a great fan of the show for a long time. You know how things work here, right? You think that, no offense to Jesse, but you think Jesse was going to write all this down? I have a thought that I have him write down, and then I'll go back to it, and he'll say, I don't know. You think he's going to write down every Bowl-a-thon, rank it, and then keep it on a Bowl-a-thon, like, ticker across the bottom line? Like,
well, here's the thing. They're all put together on a YouTube clip, so that's been done.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're just in writing.
They're not.
Jesse, are they?
Jesse, am I crazy to think
I think I've got him in a note on my phone. Let me check. I think I've got him.
No, you
here.
don't. There's no way. Everyone, no way.
I got all my
But Eric, you're
streaming
hired.
logins. Yeah,
You're hired. You will not be paid. You will be criticized heavily.
Yeah, it's all right. I got this. I'll make a Twitter account, a Bowl-a-thon Twitter account. We'll get this going every week with updates.
Nice. Okay.
I just need them ideally written out. I don't think that's going to happen, so I think I'm going to be watching that YouTube clip later. But
Jesse will send you his note, and then also all of his logins for his streaming
his
services.
thorough notes.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll cover everything.
But
Eric,
you have to be a Bowl-a-thon. You have to be a Bowl-a-thon contributor in order to rank them on boldness. So if we hit that at the end of the year, then the committee has to revisit, and we award a winner.
A blue ribbon panel. All right, Eric, you got 2 out of 3. It means you got 3 of the possible 4 entries on Friday. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate you.
You bet. Love you guys.
That is Wilde and Tausch Trivia.
Eric.
We kick off.
Isn't it great? We have so many people willing to do all of our work for nothing.
For free.
That's fantastic.
For free. Volunteerism. It's a beautiful thing.
That's what makes it really difficult to let people go.
I don't even work
Well,
here.
technically, I don't even work here. I know, that's what makes this so difficult.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Listen up, gentlemen. You're fighting an unfair battle. Studies show testosterone levels in men have plummeted by 25% in just 2 decades. That's why you're struggling with energy, muscle, and drive. But here's a game changer. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments boost testosterone by 30% on average. Imagine reclaiming the vitality your grandfathers had. Picture turning heads, dominating your career, and feeling unstoppable again. Don't settle for today's normal. Seize the day at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
Now through Wednesday, save on 48-ounce selected varieties Stone Ridge ice cream, 2 for $7. 7-ounce selected varieties Banquet pot pies, 5 for $5. 4 to 6 count selected varieties Dannon multi-pack yogurt, 2 for $6. 6 to 12 count selected varieties Ice Mountain spring water, 2 for $5.
I am starving.
Oh no, never walk into a Century when you're hungry.
Unless it's free sample day. Ooh, pizza, yes. I'd love to try that one.
My husband thinks he can make a meal out of grocery store samples.
Need to wash this down. I think I see someone handing out samples in the liquor department.
Geez, can we focus on our list?
What's this?
It says you can win 2 tickets to Green Bay's home game against Chicago on December 7th.
Or autographed footballs, or a 4-pack of Green Bay Hall of Fame tickets.
You have to enter through Century's Facebook or Instagram.
I'll be entering this on my phone in the deli next to that cheese sample station.
I'm shopping at Century alone next time.
Enter by November 12th.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, the Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call The Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnofthebog.com.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch.
Long pause there.
Yeah, I was kind of contemplating how I wanted to approach this. Jesse, I saw this over the weekend. It's wonderful.
Just do it like Ken Rosenthal did it. Did you see
Oh, my
Kenny
Lord.
Rosenthal?
I did.
Bow tie.
What are we doing here, man?
Jason, this is a serious question. Do you think media folks, and especially national media folks, take themselves maybe a bit too serious? Or do you think it's a one-off?
Well, all right, a couple things. I don't think this is a matter of taking yourself too seriously.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think this is a matter of being a jerk.
Ooh,
and being inconsiderate. I don't care how big of a deal you are. And look, Ken Rosenthal is great at what he does. I don't know him personally.
What exactly does he do? I don't even know. He's on
He
Fox.
writes for The Athletic. He's on Fox. He's one of the preeminent voices on Major League Baseball. I don't know him at all. I would say that we have all had moments that we were not proud of, and I would hope that none of us, myself included, would be judged on our worst moments.
Sure.
Okay?
I agree with that.
Now, what I would add, though, is that I feel like if I were to bump someone and knock them down, my reflex would be to help them up. It would not be to turn and look at them and basically look at them like, how dare you get in my way that I knocked you down, and look at them with disdain. It is a terrible look for him. Because I just don't, like, if you knock someone over inadvertently, clearly this was not on purpose. I'm not saying it was intentional, but when you see the person has fallen down, is not your first reaction to help them up?
Yeah.
How is it not? That's my question.
Yeah.
Even if there's a second where you're stunned that you did this, I don't. That was what bothered me about that. On the flip side, the Brewers win in walk-off fashion. Again, Andrew Monasterio.
That's it.
Did I do okay there?
Yep, you're good.
But afterward, and maybe these are separate games because the whole weekend I was walking around a apple orchard. But Bob Uecker had penned a note that he had given to Mark Attanasio for when the Brewers, if they did indeed clinch a playoff berth, to be read to the team. This is some pretty cool stuff. Jesse, take it away.
Oh no. Our videos play. We don't have the audio with it. What's going on?
Boy, this
there?
is really good audio.
The what he wrote is so.
Hang on. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's happening. Give me a second. I'll pull it up. I'll get the audio here.
Okay, Jesse's going to work on fixing this. Tausch, had you seen this previously?
I did. I saw it on Brewers Twitter that put up, and
it had the audio.
Awesome. It had audio, yeah, which makes, again, I know everybody's into video now, right? It was just awesome, and I don't know if we will get it, but
yeah, we're good to go.
It was one of those. Oh, you got it. It was surreal. Like, it really was surreal. So, Jesse, why don't you roll that, and let's, for all of us audio listeners, maybe we can hear it.
This is just the audio, no video this time.
Okay.
I got a letter today from Uecker, and before we toast, I want to read it. Thanks, Mark. Thought it was fitting. The last time that we celebrated, Uecker was with us. Howdy, boys. Never a doubt you would get this invitation. You did it by believing. Really miss you guys, and I wish I was there. Things are good. The God Almighty picked me to be on his team up here, albeit I'm the third catcher. It's a great league. No day games after night games. No shadows. But you got all the sticky you need to have up here. Told the big guy about you guys. You play hard every night. You're not afraid to play for each other. He's obviously very interested in the group with this uncommon goodness. The fact that you have the best record in baseball, the best road record in baseball, has caught his attention. You don't really need me. I know you guys really don't need me, but I've got to tell you, I'll be on the headset every night watching. And don't forget to take it all in, enjoy it, keep it light, and believe in each other. Bob Uecker. So let's toast to him and to our team, what we've achieved so far. Hey, hey.
Tausch, when you watch that, I don't know, I got a little bit goosebumpy and a little teary-eyed that he wrote that letter knowing that he didn't have much time left and that they saved that for that moment. I thought that was really, really neat.
Yeah, I don't have a ton else to add. I think you realized it, how impactful Uecker was on that clubhouse for all these years with all these different teams. And, you hope that, when I think it was Levo when he joined us, kind of talked about that spiritual connection, and you're kind of hoping that this will be that galvanizing force that helps this team get to that next level, and that's a lot to put on a team. But you just hope that that is a part of this whole thing, because it would be, for someone that loves a story, I don't know if you're going to find a better one than that.
No, definitely not. And I think
even Rosenthal would agree with us on that one. Am I right?
Yeah, that was. Yeah. All right, we need to get ready for Dom, who's going to join us to talk more Brewers. So we're on to that next. After
it's been a real schmorgy Monday. I like this.
Yeah,
schmorgy.
I'm still torn on schmorging, but I know you're not torn on
it's
Hard Rock.
Rare. You don't schmorg during if the Packers had a game, we wouldn't be schmorging.
Fair.
I know you get antsy.
Yes.
Today's a good day for a schmorg.
And it's also a good day for you to tell us about Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
It's always fun to talk about the Hard Rock Casino Rockford, featuring over 175,000 square feet of gaming and entertainment space, more than 1,300 slots, 50 live table games, a sports book, and a rock shop. They have that great live entertainment venue as well, 23,000 square feet, premium concert and event space, more than 1,000 feet of LED screens, watch games, experience up to 2,000 guests. Hard Rock Casino Rockford, a premier entertainment destination just off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois, about an hour from the greater Madison Metroplex.
Dom joins us next.
I'll tell you, you know what? Oh, yeah, you know what? Let's get to Dom. I was just going to talk about Birmingham and the Metro, how much bigger it is than I thought, but we'll break that. I'll break down Alabama cities tomorrow. How's that?
Thank you.
Dom Catron. Dom, next. Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
Micah Parsons is now a member of the Green Bay Packers, and if they don't make the Super Bowl, it will be a disappointment.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
NFC Championship games should feel really familiar. When you have a defense like that we already know is really good, and then you add a guy like that, NFC Championship games should be very familiar.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all, on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
Mark Tauscher here, and these days I am sleeping better than ever. I am so thankful I met with the great team at Advent to help solve my sleeping problems. The Advent team is so great to work with, and their consultations are very informative. The Advent team listened to my struggles, and rather than forcing a surgery, they helped me find the best solution for a better night's sleep. My family and I are so thankful the solutions from Advent worked. To see how they can help you with snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems, go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
As always, it's a good day to be a Packers fan, especially after what went down in Week 2 in the NFC North. The Bears are 0-2 after putting up only 21 points against the Lions because they scored 52 points, making that Week 1 win look just a little bit better for Green Bay. And as for the Minnesota Vikings, they couldn't muster a touchdown in Sunday Night Football's loss to the Atlanta Falcons, a final of 22-6. Bears are 0-2, Vikings and Lions 1-1, and the Packers 2-0.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Why Z-Bart? Because cars, trucks, and SUVs still rust. They do. Just look around the parking lot. Well, it doesn't have to happen, people. Google Z-Bart rust protection, call Z-Bart, and keep your car rust-free.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
What a fun time it is to be a Brewers fan. Sure, Jesse. I came across in my computer, by the way, the video clip of you in the bleachers on that home run that we had tracked down. You're almost as excited these days as you were that day with Usher George nearby. And we're excited to have our Brewers guy presented by Neurospine Center of Wisconsin, covering the Brewers postseason push, presented by Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. It is Dom Catronio on Wilde and Tausch. Dom, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
We're great. Hey, one of the things that I thought was really cool was not just the letter from Uecker from the great beyond, but the fact that they still celebrate clinching a playoff berth. There's like this, I don't know, there's like, oh, well, we've got bigger things to accomplish. Yeah, I get it. You do. But you can celebrate each little accomplishment, and you do it in perspective, and it's getting to be old hat for this team, and yet they still take the time to celebrate it on some level while not thinking that they've accomplished anything of major significance. Is that kind of part and parcel of what this team is about?
It's a 162-game marathon, and then you throw in the 25 games of spring training, the 2 weeks of workouts before that. I mean, it is a year-round sport. When you think about it, you have to be ready on Valentine's Day to show up to spring training. Back in the day, guys showed up on March 1st to spring training to get into shape, whereas now you are expected to arrive ready to go. You go from Valentine's Day and hopefully to Halloween, okay? It's a year-round sport. That's why this sport celebrates every single time you get to keep playing. And I think, Tausch, you can bring me in on this because you can back me up in that. It's not that football players don't celebrate whenever you make a playoff berth, but I think explain to me the dynamic of baseball. It is such a, all 26 guys are together so often, whereas on a giant football roster, you're kind of sequestered into your position groups and that sort of thing. That's why we don't quite see it the same in the NFL, perhaps.
Well, I think there's that, and I think there's, I think the beer booze component too. You're not spritzing champagne. I don't know, how that all plays out, but yeah, the football season is a long grind, but it is not as day to day as what baseball guys go through. So I think that's another piece to it. But are we not excited to get hats and T-shirts? Absolutely, we are. We love getting our NFC North championship hat, and then immediately it switches to what's next, just like it does for these guys. Dom, can you kind of get into the how meaningful that was for those guys in that clubhouse when Pat Murphy read that note?
Yeah, so I don't want to burst bubbles here, but I've always been under the impersonation that this was a if you penned this to this team letter. That's how I have always interpreted it. But it feels like this is a runaway train that nobody can grab because there's a lot of team specifics in that note. But that doesn't take any of the sentimentality out of it because day one messaging from Pat Murphy, we've experienced a great loss, but he's not going to miss a pitch. And I think that's kind of reminding these guys, there are a handful of guys that never got to experience a Bob Uecker celebration in the clubhouse. And the legendary stories and the sitting in the corner, like his chair in the clubhouse still is marked with a photo of him right there where he'd sit and have story time. And those were the best 20 minutes you'd spend in the clubhouse every day. So that, in my eyes, was a reminder from Murph to the guys that there's a higher power here that we need to acknowledge and recognize and remember why we're doing this. And a reminder.
I guess the question is
the moment and how the team is connected, and a subdued champagne toast and a blessing. And I think that's a really good way to do this, to remind everybody what they're doing this for. And quite frankly, the Brewers understand. I mean, they're wearing Bob Uecker's signature on their sleeve all year. He is still as much a part of this team, even though he's not on this earth with us. And I love the third catcher line.
So, Dom, I'm looking at the postseason picture right now on MLB.com. The Brewers and Phillies have both clinched. If the season ended today, they would have the 2 byes on the National League side of the bracket. Then the 4-5 matchup would be Cubs-Padres.
You're absolutely thinking about matchups now. That's what these final 2 weeks are about. And even with today's off day and next Thursday being the last off day of the regular season, that the Brewers have made a slight tweak to their rotation. They moved Brandon Woodruff back. They give him a few extra days rest. They've been trying to give him more rest. The other thing that moving him back does is it gets him on the cycle to be Game 1, Freddie Peralta, Game 2, Brandon Woodruff, Game 3, Quinn Priester. Now, in my opinion, I could see Woodruff and Priester flipped in the playoffs, where I could see Priester going in Game 2 and Woodruff going in Game 3. The reason I say that is because in the NLDS, you only need 5 starting pitchers. Or, excuse me, you only need 3 starting pitchers for 5 games because there's extra off days, meaning whoever starts Game 1 and Game 2 can start on regular rest for Game 4 and Game 5. And we haven't seen Brandon Woodruff start on regular rest. He's only done that once. So regular rest in baseball is 4 days off. 4 days off, you pitch on the 5th day. I don't think we're going to see that from Brandon Woodruff in the playoffs, so that's why you pitch on the 5th day. I don't think we're going to see that from Brandon Woodruff in the playoffs, so that's why I think we're going to see eventually it flip back. Freddie Peralta Game 1, Priester Game 2, Woodruff Game 3, so he pitches once in the NLDS.
So Dom, where does that leave the Miz?
I think the Miz goes to the bullpen, and he becomes, in the words of Pat Murphy, an out-getter. We've heard Craig Counsell say that in years past, too. He's an out-getter. In the playoffs, you're counting down 27 outs. That's the only thing that matters. You don't care about the winning pitcher. You know who's got the last 3 outs. That's Trevor McGill. Hopefully you know who has outs 21 to 24. That's Abner Uribe. And then those first 7 innings, who's got those 21 outs? That's the question the Brewers are going to get is Freddie getting 15 outs, 5 innings, cool. Then Miz gets 3 more, that's 3, and then Mears gets 3, whatever. All that matters is getting outs, and Miz will be on a playoff roster. I just think he's going to be in the bullpen.
So, and as far as the positioning, and you said that they're starting to kind of think through that. The Cubs, they're still there. How important is it to kind of stay ahead of the Phillies, or is that not? As long as you're the 1 or 2, do you think Milwaukee's feeling more like let's just be the 1 or 2 and get that bye, or is it we pushing to try to get the 1?
I think the 1 or 2 is the priority. I mean, it'd be nice, no doubt, right, to be the 1 and get home field advantage because it seems pretty clear at this point whoever wins the National League. Home field is nice, get to have the bottom of the 9th, which is great. This seems the best road team in baseball, and I don't think that's a coincidence because the Brewers are really good on the road. They're really good at scoring early, big bunching of innings. So priority 1 is getting the bye because I think this team can handle it. The bullpen can use the rest. A couple of position players have some nagging soreness. All of that goes into say, just get the 1 or the 2 and good things will happen.
All right, Dom, you mentioned Priester, and I saw this stat from Kurt Hogg a couple days ago. The Brewers have won 18 straight games when Priester pitched, tied for the 3rd longest streak in a single season from a primary starting pitcher since 1901. The only 2 longer streaks, Carl Hubble and Roger Clemens. I came up in an era when wins and losses by starting pitchers and then ERA were the 2 things that measured your success, and Pete Vukovich winning a Cy Young and everything else. But this is, talk about giving your team a chance to win every time you go out there. How do you view this stretch from him and what this team did during that stretch?
I had him on my program yesterday morning on Brewers Warm Up. It's available over on WTMJ.com in my notebook. But the point being for Priester is he's such a good fit for the Brewers, and it reminds me so much of Colin Ray's breakout in 2023 when everybody was truly like, what? You want him to throw 150 innings for you? Why? And you match a guy who pitches to contact and has some ingredients that can make, in the words of Pat Murphy, a really good soup. What ingredients you want to throw in this year, and how can you change up that soup? And what Quinn Priester does so well is the ball is in play, but the ball isn't hit hard in play. He gets a lot of ground balls. He's a learned command of his fastball that has some onside movement, meaning it's moving in on a righty and away from a lefty, but not being afraid to throw it into lefties. What we call front hipping a sinker to a lefty is a really important skill to have in baseball because in the Pirates organization, they didn't teach him how to do that. And he was always throwing fastballs away to lefties, and then boom, it's getting torched. Lefties would destroy him. Now all of a sudden he's really taking command against lefties, complementing that with a good cutter, things like that. Little things that he is not striking out 200 guys, but he's got 7 defenders behind him that are all way above average defensive players. The Brewers built this team to be successful around Quinn Priester and guys like that, the island of misfit toys, if you will. Other teams are like, how the heck did you figure this out with Quinn Priester? It's like, put a good defense with him and good things are going to happen.
Throw more ground balls. They're more democratic. All right, Dom, we look forward to your next visit with us. We appreciate your insights on this team because there's nobody better at that than you, and certainly we need the insight because our level of expertise is definitely not on this team. So thanks for your time. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you again soon.
Plenty of room on the bandwagon, boys. Thanks.
That is Dom Cotroneo. You can hear him on 620 WTMJ. You just mentioned his podcast, which you can also hear. You can find that on WTMJ's website. And he is presented to us during this Brewers postseason push by Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. Looking to simplify your everyday banking? Our checking and savings accounts offer the tools you need, plus the friendly, Simply Local service you deserve. Enjoy competitive rates, 24/7 online and mobile banking, and real people ready to help right here in your community. Whether your checking balance is at midnight or stopping by one of our branches at noon, Great Midwest Bank has you covered with a variety of new and improved account options designed for your unique needs. Great Midwest Bank, Simply Local and member FDIC.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, your siding, your windows, or your bath project during the fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Awarded Best of Weddings 2023 by The Knot, the Bog is much more than world-class golf. Our clubhouse ballroom offers floor-to-ceiling windows and a breathtaking full-wall fireplace. Our barn venue was inspired by the on-site barn at Hole 6, built in the 1800s. 2 outdoor ceremony sites and a variety of personalized options. Our venues are perfect for family get-togethers, weddings, showers, graduation parties, or any event you are hosting. Call the Bog at 262-292-0740 or visit thebarnatthebog.com.
Is back pain slowing you down? When it comes to spine care, you need specialized expertise. At the OAW Spine Center, their orthopedic care specialists provide the highest level of care for everything from herniated discs to spinal fusion. They start with the most conservative, non-surgical treatments like physical therapy and injections. If surgery is needed, minimally invasive procedures at the OAW Spine Center will get you back on your feet faster. With a focus on treating the source of the problem, they take a comprehensive, active approach to spine health, getting you back to the life you love. The OAW Spine Center. There is a difference. Visit OAWspinecenter.com. That's OAWspinecenter.com.
Craving that crispy, cheesy, thick Detroit-style pizza? Well, now you got it with Screamin' Sicilian. Screamin' Sicilian delivers the crunch, the gooey cheese pull, and that light, airy crust that you love, all baked in its own pan for those crave-worthy caramelized edges straight from your home oven. You got the cheese, the pepperoni, multi-meat, or supreme. It's like dining out, but without the hefty bill. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian, Detroit-style, thick, crispy, unapologetically screamin'.
At Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf & Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at WendorfTeam.firstweber.com.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
On Monday, not a sound. On Wednesday, might get loud. On Friday, but on Saturday, we paint the town.
Thanks to Dom Catronio for joining us and sharing his Brewers insights. Time now for an abbreviated Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Jason, I saw you tweeted yesterday you were not a fan of how Fox used AI on their broadcast to share the career trajectory for Aaron Rodgers from the time he was drafted until his start yesterday for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why didn't you like it? I thought it was kind of cool.
I thought it was creepy. I'm not pro AI. I know I need to get on board and be prepared for it, but I'm worried about Skynet taking over the world, and then we're going to need Arnold Schwarzenegger to save us from the AI. So, yeah. There's video/photos of that that actually exist, right? We've all seen them all. I'm not sure that we need to do the AI creepy melding version of it. That's just my opinion. If people enjoyed it, great.
Tausch, did you see this or didn't? Or
I
just
didn't.
Off the, okay.
No, I missed it.
Okay. That's probably a good thing.
Whoa, Nelly!
I missed the Steelers Jets game last week too.
How's the public transit in Alabama though?
Now we're doing Alabama
Public
geography
transit.
tomorrow.
Public transit in Alabama.
Whoa, Nelly!
You just a few minutes ago
the
you
metro size of Birmingham.
Yeah, metro size of Birmingham. That's what he wanted to talk about.
Okay.
It's bigger than the metro area of Madison. I just found that interesting. That's all.
Dean
By a
Blandino.
substantial amount.
Your guy Dean Blandino was brought in as the Fox rule analyst during the end of the Chiefs-Eagles game to try and break down where the ball should be spotted after a tush push. Sure. And Blandino said, I'm done with the tush push. Before then trying to share where he thinks the ball might be, but you really have no idea.
Him and Matt Flynn are on the same page.
Tausch, are you team tush push Dunzo after seeing the rugby match that was
Jesse.
kind of a football game yesterday?
I said all last offseason it was dumb and it needed to go away. I couldn't have been clearer. The fact that they, in an NFC Championship game, were going to award points without actually having to score was absurd. And then everybody tried to blasphemize Mark Murphy and the Green Bay Packers for banning a play that you can't officiate, you can't see anything, and it's boring and dumb to watch. The Philadelphia Eagles ran the tush push 11.3% of their plays in the game yesterday. 11.3% of their
More than
snaps
1 in
were
10.
tush pushes. Yeah, that's entertaining. A league that keeps telling us they want to entertain us and they want to do this and this. And player safety? Like, I know they're trying to say it's a safe play. I'm telling you, ask the guards and the nose tackles and guys. Oh, boy, yesterday they're bickering about the Eagles guards jumping off sides, and they did, and you can't call it or you didn't. One of the Chiefs guys tried to punch the football early. I don't know how the fumbled snap didn't happen. Like, it's a complete blank. And everybody knows it, and it's a joke, and it's not an entertaining play, and it's dumb. And they keep going with it because this is the last year it's going to happen. And if something bad is going to happen, and it's going to be shame on y'all for not getting rid of it when we all knew it should have been rid of last year. And I appreciate our friend Dean coming on air and basically saying, who gives a blank? I'm done with it. Now, probably not great for your job because that is what they bring you on there to do. But he doesn't know because he doesn't know. Because you can't tell. So it's just dumb. But does anybody but a Philadelphia Eagle fan think that's entertaining? Because it ain't.
It's not entertaining.
Hand the ball off a run an old quarterback sneak. Like, just run an old quarterback sneak. This is dumb.
What I don't like about it, and here's the question that I would have for Dino next time he joins us, and maybe someday he'll be available when Riley finds that right girl to officiate his wedding for him, given that he's also got that ability. My question is, it appears to me that it is an illegal formation now when they're running this. Like, the way the center is lined up, like he is over the ball. I don't understand why this is even... I don't understand why it's legal the way it's being run now. It's almost as if they have said, kind of like a kid testing their parents. They haven't stopped us from doing this, so now we're going to do this on top of it, right? Like, push the envelope even further. I don't see how this is even a legal play now with the way their alignment is. So, again, it seems like everybody is in the Packers' corner, and they were the ones that, at Roger Goodell's behest, brought this forth. I don't understand how it lost. Do the Eagles have that powerful of a lobby? Like, how did Jeffrey Lurie get enough teams to vote against banning, so they could keep it? I don't understand it. Don't get it.
I legit think they brought Jason Kelsey in, and he swayed a few votes, and because it was right up against it. You had to get 24 of the 32.
Correct.
And I think they ended up with 22.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand from the league standpoint. They always want entertainment, and you want to be able to officiate things, and you can do neither in this case. It's it's dumbfounding, and the fact you can take it to the bank. This play's gone after the season.
Yeah.
Gone.
What I don't understand too is that they moved the extra point because the extra point was too automatic. They didn't want plays that were automatic. They've messed around with the kickoff because it felt like a touchback was always automatic. But this they've left in place. So it's inconsistent. That is our abbreviated Whoa Nelly. Tausch needs to tell us even whether he's mixing it with Robinade, Gatorade, Tauschade, his love of Tito's.
Great weekend if you're out at the apple orchard, if you're watching football, if you were grilling out, whatever it was, make sure it's a Tito's in your cup. You can have the Bloody Mary. You could be out golfing and have the transfusion. Whatever it is, make sure it is Tito's in your glass. And you know what else? Besides its great taste, what makes it great? They give back in the community and partnering with nonprofits all across our country, and especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass, make it with Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
We will wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio. It doesn't matter if it's your first betting slip ever or just the first one of the week. We've got your Potawatomi sportsbook picks covered. Tune in Wednesdays to the Weekly Wager with Josh DiMaggio and Ben Brust.
Greasy Ben Brust, just whichever way the wind's blowing. I have bad posture. I don't have a great backbone, Joshy.
The Weekly Wager, Wednesday nights at 6, right here on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Nortman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9.
Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
Homer here. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching the game from your backyard, every fan knows great moments deserve great vibes. Swing into Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan. Just across the Wisconsin border, they offer a full line of high-quality, clean-grain, certified CBD products designed to help you relax, recover, and recharge no matter the season. Higher Love is organically grown, locally owned, and proudly one of the best in the Midwest. Visit them in Menominee or explore the full CBD lineup at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to the host of Hoops Tonight, Jim Tipp. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
At Boucher, we don't just sell cars, we build careers.
For over 45 years, Boucher has been Wisconsin's trusted name in automotive excellence, and today we're growing faster than ever.
Whether you're an experienced professional or just starting out, Boucher is hiring across all departments: sales, service, finance, and more.
Enjoy industry-leading pay, unbeatable benefits, paid training, and a workplace that truly values you. Join the Boucher family, where we ride with you every mile, and your future rides with us. Apply today at Boucher.com.
Neck and back surgeries can be risky. Your spine deserves the best. Professional athletes trust Neurospine Center of Wisconsin, including baseball, where surgeon Dr. Brandon Rebels helped get Milwaukee's MVP back on the field for a stellar season. We can help you too, with the top nationally rated spine surgeons in the state for quality outcomes. You can trust the professionals at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Get a second opinion in just a few clicks. Now offered virtually throughout Wisconsin. Visit nscwi.com. Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Your spine health is our passion.
For your fellow fanatics and your number one fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Quick update from practice, and then Matt LaFleur talking around 12:40, so I'm headed over to Lambeau after our show ends. Four players not practicing that are still on the active 53-man roster. Jaden Reed, who It's only a matter of when, not if, he'll land on injured reserve. Bo Melton, Zach Tom, and Aaron Banks not practicing. According to Bill Huber, both Zach Tom and Bo Melton were rehabbing with their helmets, which is a new indicator that they are getting closer to returning, as we are starting to find with their workout schedule. So that is the update from Lambeau. I will be headed over there. Tausch, anything you got for Matt LaFleur before we go?
No. This team could not be positioned better through 2 weeks. No, I don't. What do you want me to start writing in questions?
Ask him about the tush push.
It's a good idea.
Oh, the tush push, yeah.
See how that goes over.
Ask about that tush push.
That's it for us today. Rich Eisen is next. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Cold plunges, better sleep, a gym buddy. How do you know what has the biggest impact for an active body and mind? With BetterHelp, you can talk with real, qualified therapists, not AI. With a 4.9-star rating, BetterHelp understands mental wellness shouldn't be tougher than a workout. Their therapists can figure out what's best for you. And yeah, it might involve a cold plunge. Visit BetterHelp.com, code TIMEOUT for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com, code TIMEOUT.
Whoa! What are these? Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Available in 2 great flavors, cheesy garlic or pepperoni. Both delicious. Screamin' Sicilian doesn't play around. They're fully loaded breadsticks that come in their own bakeable tray. Dang! Woo! These are next level. Are they the main course? Nah, just the appetizer. Find Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Bring the party, bring the flavor. Looking for localized banking solutions and a strategic partner? Fifth Third Bank has been shaping the future for businesses for 167 years and for the last 15 right here in Milwaukee. We offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making, and extensive experience to help you navigate the ever-changing business landscape with your business in mind. At Fifth Third, we're big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, yet empowered to make local decisions and build strong community connections. Experience the commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
This is Brian Balaga. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN.
94.5